Hello. A little loud. Bit loud. How are we doing? Where are we at? We're in the closet location. We're back in the closet location. The gain was a bit high on that. Okay. This is the travel microphone. So let me put it down. Maybe it'll be better. Are we rocking with this? How is this? Is this nice and crisp? Is it sounding good? Pride Month almost over. Back in the closet. Come on now. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the broadcast. It is Wednesday, June 24th, 2026, and I'm coming at you live from Chicago, Illinois. It's true, I'm in Chicago. I'm in the Midwest this week. I've been traveling. It's all right. Okay. Greasy forehead. All right. Let's chill out just a little bit. Let's take it easy here. Okay? I'm making do with the lighting that I have, all right? It's great. How are you? It's good. It's good to be here. Yeah, it's good to be back. We took a week off because I was traveling a little bit, but we're back. Shout out Chicago. John, our lovely moderator. John is here today. Man, you got in my head with the greasy forehead comment. And now you got me changing the camera and everything. It's fine. Oh my god. The setup was literally perfect, and then that one comment threw everything off. That's just how it goes, I guess. Light's going to tip over any minute now. It's going to be a disaster. Okay. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Before we go too far, I want to say hello to the members in chat today. Hello, Maxwell Hampton. Good to see you here. Nick Rudo. Happy to have you. Lucky. Good to see you. D1. Devin Bishop. Dan Word. Sadie Daisy, I want to say. Trevor. Good to see you. Joe Tarones. Happy to see you. Drake. Mans, good to see you. Some familiar faces in here, and some new faces, some new member names, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, good to have you guys here, and thank you for supporting the channel. Hello to the rest of you. It's good to have you here. I promoted this one on the main channel in the community tab, so who knows what's gonna happen. But anyway, it's good to be here. Let's get a room tour. There's no way in hell that's happening. Dog, have you been to the Six Flags in Chicago? I have, yes. A couple years ago, went. Guys, today's gonna be a fun one. I got some fun things planned. I promised this in the last stream that I would be going through my Letterboxd list of every movie I've watched in 2026 so far and doing a loose rank of them. This is fully ripping off what Northern Lion did, but I thought that was a great idea, and I figured out how to do it, and I set up the list. And I think it'll be fun. We're gonna just cruise through that. It's gonna be great. And then what else? Beyond that, we're gonna talk about The Watermelon Woman, which was the weekly film that I'm excited to get into. Watched it yesterday. Also watched a Cheryl Dunye short to go along with it. So I'm really excited to talk about that movie and her as a filmmaker. And then we might play that one game that I'm forgetting the name of. The one where you're guessing the location and time of a movie, like when the movie takes place and where it takes place. I forget what it's like GeoGuessr meets Cine Nerdle. React to NL's list. Oh god, that's it. See, you guys keep coming up with better ideas. That's not a bad idea either. It's not Miniondle, no. It's not Miniondle. I don't know if that's a real game. But anyway, yeah, lots to talk about. A lot has happened in the past 2 weeks. I was bummed to miss stream last week just because it feels like there's so much happening that I want to talk about. One of which is the World Cup. We are not gonna turn this into a World Cup stream. You don't want to hear me talk about that, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit because it's like consumed my life. That's why I've logged so little on Letterboxd, is because I'm fully World Cup pilled. I've watched so many games, so many matches. Sorry. And I'm super invested. I'm having a really good time with it. I hate to say it, I really do, but I love the World Cup. I love watching it. And yeah, I've been having a good time with that. We will not be getting into all of that though. Other than I got England bringing it home. That's even though the last match wasn't very promising, I'm locking that in. They're bringing it home. sad about the Spurs. I'm not. I don't listen. I don't really like care about basketball. We're literally not going to turn this into a sports thing. Even though I did also go to a Dodgers Twins game in the last week as well, and I got to see Shohei Ohtani in person, which was a huge thing for me. Got to see him hit a home run a minute into the game. We don't need to talk about all that. But then, yeah, there was also the Knicks, which we don't need to talk about all that. But how great was that? There's just clearly sports are kind of mogging film right now, even though there's a lot of great stuff to watch. Like it's a sports summer, unfortunately. I hate to say it. There's just so much exciting stuff happening in that world. Bit laggy. Oops. Oopsie daisy. I hope it's not too bad. Karsten, recommend me a beginner Jim Jarmusch film. I get asked this question a surprising amount. He's somebody that people are always trying to get into and they don't know where to start. And I'm going to say Patterson. It's where I started and it worked out for me. Our cinemas are showing the games. Damn, that's ours. We have a couple AMCs that I saw this morning that are showing some of the games. I don't know if I think that's a fun idea. I think that's a good idea even, but it's not something that I'm particularly interested in attending. Good rec. I'm glad. Dead Don't Die was my first. That's a tough way to start. I think that was my second. I was like, Patterson to this, interesting. We are nearing the first anniversary of the Broadcast Film Club, so why not rank all the movies in honor of that next stream? I think that's a great idea for next stream, yes. I have been thinking about that. I almost accidentally lined up The Departed with the 1 year anniversary because that was our first broadcast film, but I watched Infernal Affairs this week and was trying to get us to watch The Departed, but now that I think about it, maybe I should give it a week because then it'll be exactly a year since I last watched The Departed. Have you seen I Love Boosters yet? I have not. I've been, I have been keeping I've been doing a good job staying on top of new releases recently. Like, I went to the movies last night to see Leviticus and realized I'd seen everything that was showing at the theater except for Death of Robin Hood, which I still need to see. But I'm doing a decent job. I fell a little bit behind back there with I Love Boosters, and I still haven't seen Send Help. But I'm doing pretty well. We can talk a little bit about Leviticus while we're here. Leviticus. What else? Let's talk a little bit about the news. Bunch of stuff happening in just the last 48 hours. The Digger trailer. Did it come out? Or what was that? I was gonna say the Digger trailer came out, but that was not really a trailer. That was actually even though maybe technically it was more clips than what we had before, it was the same amount of teaser time. I feel like I know less about what this film is. I still don't have a good grasp on what this movie is, other than it is very clearly like a Roy Andersson riff, which is exciting, I guess, but a little odd. But it was 3 minutes of Tom Cruise appreciation, a Tom Cruise career montage, and then 30 seconds of Digger. I don't know why I wasn't even sure. I was why? I was genuinely baffled by that decision. I mean, I'm not upset at it. Sure, love a Tom Cruise highlight reel, but also why this? They clearly have no idea what to do with this movie. This movie, they're starting the promo very early, and the promo makes no sense other than they're just please go see it because it's Tom Cruise. Please just see it because it's Tom Cruise. We're looking at the flop of the year is what I'm picking up on. This is going to be a capital F flop, but I'm kind of excited based on what I know. I still don't really know what it's about, but I like the vibe. I'm into the vibe. Does it look kind of ugly? Yes. But then on the same hand, does it look kind of intentionally ugly in a cool way? Sure. I really don't know how to feel about this movie yet, because I don't really know what it is or what they're serving us. Full trailer drops on July 13th. Yeah, they got teasers for the trailer. I guess that's normal, but Bardo watch. It really is time to watch Bardo. I'm realizing I can't avoid it any longer. I need to go deeper into Alejandro Iñárritu in general. I need to watch the early stuff. I haven't seen anything before Birdman. If I logged Babel, no, I didn't. That was a lie. I don't think I've actually seen that movie. Kubrick box set. I wasn't even planning on talking about that, but that is true. That also got announced. If you didn't know, Criterion's doing a full, talk about that in a second, full Kubrick box set, restored versions of all his films, including the early works, except not really. Fear and Desire not in there. Unless I'm wrong, unless it is, but I didn't see Fear and Desire. But that's exciting. It's nearing $600. I don't know why we're even pretending to be surprised about that. That's like I'm not gonna say it's reasonable, but for like one of the most, if not the most celebrated filmmaker of all time, Criterion box set, like yeah, they're gonna price that one up. What was the Wes Anderson one was like around the same price, I thought. Fear and Desire not being there is like Piranha 2 not being there. I can't read the tone of that. I don't know if you're saying that's like it shouldn't be there or it should. Because in my opinion it should. Watching that movie made me feel really good. Because I was like, okay, it took him a second. It should be a nice little like encouragement to any like aspiring filmmaker that it's like not even Kubrick had it down first try. Took him a little bit to get there. I don't know if I'll buy the box set. Those box sets are kind of like, I own a couple of them. I have Jacques Demy. I have Jacques Tati. I have Jean Cassavetes. I have a small Chantal Ackerman. I think that's it. I got a small Ozu one as a birthday gift. But like those box sets usually run so high that I'm like, and to be honest, none of these box sets besides the Jacques Demy one, I've cracked open. I watched the Jacques Tati before I owned it, so I was like, that doesn't really count. But it's like, usually owning the box set does not encourage me to crack them open. So it's kind of like, I gotta really get in there and be a big fan. Like, I want the Wes Anderson one, but that's it's a little steep. I got the Greg Araki one too. Yeah, yeah. Apologies for the peaking in the microphone this stream. I keep seeing the red. I'm using a travel mic, which is not as good. Maybe you guys can speak on this. The Yeti Nano. I was really excited to get it because I was like, oh great, don't have to travel with all my setup anymore. Unfortunately, the mic kind of sucks ass. That's fine. Are you in a closet? No. I'm near the closet. The debut, yes. Okay, the debut as well. I watched that this morning. Looks really good. I mean, you guys know me. I haven't seen the one before A Real Pain, but I am a Jesse Eisenberg director fan. I think he's a good director and a good writer, and this feels like an extension of what he was doing in A Real Pain. Stylistically, tonally. I think it's going to be... I have no need to worry about this film. Like, this looks solid. This looks trustworthy. Paul Giamatti looks great. Julianne Moore looks fantastic. I think it'll be a really great movie. People calling it Whiplash, but with theater. I kind of see that, but it also looks enough like its own thing that I don't mind. I think I'm going to actually thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's going to be the hit of TIFF this year. I actually didn't see the release date. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I assumed Tony would be a TIFF thing, and I guess Tony comes out in August. TIFF's People's Choice winner. So it's tough to call it TIFF's People's Choice winner when the new Taika Waititi also just dropped. Which I didn't even, like, full disclosure, I didn't even finish that trailer. I'll see the movie, probably, maybe. I never saw First Goal Wins, Next Goal Wins. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll see it. Trailer for the new Taika Waititi, not super promising. Had to shut it off halfway through. But speaking of People's Choice winner, that's got an honest to God chance. Although I will say, like, that's what people said about Rental Family, because it was the crowd pleasy title. And then I forget what even won People's Choice last year. But Rental Family didn't get it, which was interesting. Was it No Other Choice? I haven't seen The Sheep Detective yet. That's big. That's literally like high up on the list, and I never thought it would. Hamnet, of course. Of course. That's kind of in a different way. Well, I don't know if that's a people's choice. Not exactly a crowd pleaser, is it? Thoughts on the A24 AI news? Yes, been beating around the bush on that one. That's the big one. For those out of the loop, Google, I believe, partnered, or they invested $75 million into A24 in exchange for like sitting in on ideas, like getting a peek behind the curtain, getting access to A24 in some way. Maybe there's a clearer way of describing it, but I feel like all the wording of this news has been intentionally super vague, as to like how involved Google and the AI division, I guess, will be involved. But obviously AI was like listed specifically as like something that they would be focusing on. Like they would be using A24 and their, I don't even know if they ever said this, but like their development, the back end of stuff, their operations, they'll be using that as a way of enhancing their own AI systems. And that's not great. that's not what you want to hear. It's so vague because they're like, no, they're not going to be, there won't be like AI in A24 movies necessarily. That's not what they said. But like A24 is helping them in exchange for like $75 million. As far as I know, that's what's going on. Listen, man, like I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I'm surprised, because this is just how these things work, and and that's not to say that it's like excusable. I'm not just gonna say that's life, because everyone should be mad at this and should be worried about this, of course. And maybe this is just me being like, I've been cynical about AI and tech and its involvement in the entertainment industry, and like the entertainment industry has always been reliant on these systems to an extent, so it's like, I can't say I'm like super surprised, but certainly disappointed and a bit odd and a bit worrisome. Like I don't know what will come of this, and I don't want to know. But yeah, I'm not going to pretend like I am, like when the news broke, I was like, that sounds about right. Like I was like, that's unfortunately just another piece of bad news, isn't it? Yeah, this is why we don't. All love to the people at these companies who have done great work and who put out good work and make the world of movies a better place. But this is why we can't stand companies, because companies will do company things. And this is just a nice, cruel reminder of that. Just how it works. Karsten, I'm gonna go see Disclosure Day later today. A little worried, to be honest. No, man, no. See, that's the issue. Is like you gotta let that go. You gotta go in, relax your shoulders, and just let that movie happen. you gotta just be like, what does Steven Spielberg have to say? And if you go in with those expectations, you'll have a pretty good time. Be like you're visiting an old family member, and he's going to sit you down and he's going to share some thoughts in a really cool way. That's the Disclosure Day experience. I'm going to go see it again this week. I'm going to pay him a visit again. Corbin Harris, thank you for the super chat. Saw Blowout at a local cinema and I loved it. That's a great way to see that movie. I'm so jealous. I would love to see Blowout in a cinema. That sounds amazing. Speaking of cinemas, I was in the Twin Cities this week. That's where I saw the Twins-Dodgers game. Twins lost, by the way. But I was in the Twin Cities this last week, and I did not go to the cinema, but I walked by the main cinema. It's called the Main, like MAIN, the Main Cinema downtown in Minneapolis. Lovely little theater. If you're ever in, I can't even speak on the, I didn't see a movie there, but I gotta plug it because on the outside it just looked so cute, and I gotta give it a shout out. If anyone's ever in the Twin Cities, check out the Main Cinema. Did you like The Invite? I loved The Invite. Yeah, I can talk about it a little bit here. I'm gonna have a video on it, so I'm not gonna go too in depth. But definitely a top 10 of the year, to be honest. I thought it was phenomenal. Kind of one of the, I'm not even gonna say the shockers of the year because I've heard good things out of Sundance, so it wasn't like a complete surprise. But just coming from Olivia Wilde to see like it being one of the best directed films I saw this year. I mean, I'm really happy for her. Like, and I speak a little bit on this as a career choice in the video. I think it's a really interesting direction, and it's a direction that makes a lot of sense, and why it works a lot better than Bradley Cooper's pivot from Maestro to Is This Thing On, which is like a weirdly like similar parallel of actors turning to directors, and on their third feature realizing they don't have the sauce like that and having to strip things back a bit. And one of them works really well in that realm. The other should maybe go back to being crazy. That's my takeaway. I want to see Bradley Cooper do another Maestro. Do you own an iPad? I do. Also, let me actually, before I get into the iPad talk, let me address these super chats. Elixtrify, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. The A24 Google deal wasn't that bad to me because it wasn't that aggressive deal that I don't like when company work with AI. No, I see what you mean. It isn't. I mean, they're being, like I said, intentionally kind of vague about what exactly it entails. It's worth worrying about regardless. But I know what you mean. It is like, what are we doing? You know, like what's actually going to happen here? $75 million. That's a concerning amount in exchange for whatever they want. You know. Devin Bishop, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Appreciate the continued support, Devin. Any thoughts on the GTA price? Where are we at now on the GTA price? Could someone update me? I'm a little out of touch. Well, I don't know. Actually, it depends on the price. I was going to say I'll be purchasing, but maybe I won't. I went out and shelled out however much I did for the Switch 2. So I guess I'm game. $80 standard. $100 Ultimate Edition. I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot. I guess that's less than I was expecting, to be honest. Like I was expecting something a lot more offensive. But that's kind of, not to say it's okay. The standard price for video games these days is not great, especially what are they, AAA games? But like, you know, that's kind of to be expected, right? No physical disc. Okay. That is actually the same thing with the PS5 games. I feel like when I look at the PlayStation store, it's all like $70 copies of digital games, and I'm like, why? Some content is locked behind the $100 one, though. I mean, I'd imagine. That's why they make it $100. We need to keep physical media alive. It's a shame. I agree. I keep being reminded of this, and I've like started to get more into the physical. Like I realized, like, if I set aside a little bit every month, I'm like, I can treat myself to a little physical media haul. And that's a dangerous mentality to go down, but also I guess it's like one of the healthiest dangerous mentalities to go down. Because I'm like, well, I'm supporting physical media, and I'm also giving myself the treat of owning these movies, and no one can take that away from me. I was going to do a haul. I'll wait to do my haul next week because I actually don't have them on me, but I have a haul to share, and I will do that next week, so reason to subscribe. Criterion sale this Friday. I'm in there. Let me in! Barnes & Noble Criterion sale. Ooh, okay. Next week's film should be Canadian movie since its stream will be on Canada Day. Good to know. Speaking of, how is Canada doing right now in the World Cup? I can't watch the game because I'm streaming. I'm kind of rooting for Canada. Over Switzerland, all love. I just bought the Do the Right Thing Criterion last week. Pretty great edition. One of the best Criterions you can buy. If you guys are looking for Rex, the Do the Right Thing Criterion is quite good. Because if I'm not mistaken, it comes with the little booklet that is a... they have like the production diary from Spike Lee. So you can read like what his notes, his diary entries from when he was making the movie. Losing 2-0, that's devastating, actually. That's really sad. That's not at all what I was expecting. I didn't know Switzerland had it like that. That's a shame. Can't get much sadder than the Sweden loss, though. That was a really tough watch. Talk about iPad. I was going to say, I don't really, I struggle to understand why iPads are so popular, because I'm like, are that, I guess it really depends on like what your profession is. And if an iPad, because I'm like, I am one of those people where I'm like, anything an iPad can do, I'm like, my laptop can do, or my phone can do. The main thing I get out of the iPad is watching movies on it on the airplane, which I will say, maybe not worth it, if that's what it is. Maybe not worth the purchase. But then there's like other things that come up occasionally where I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to have the iPad. But one of those Apple products where I'm not going for bat. Going to bat for it, sorry. They're honestly mid. They're a bit mid. I have a bit of an older version, so I can't really speak on it. Shout out iPad kids. Yeah, that's a whole like new way of life that I dodged that. I was never an iPad kid. I was a Game Boy kid. Drawing and notes, it's peak. Notes I can imagine. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like, I'm not in school anymore. If I had it for notes, that would make so much sense. If I was an art student, it would make so like what's the program on there, the app where you draw. It's amazing. I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's a really good drawing app. It's great for storyboards. I've used the iPad for all shorts and any other project that I've shot. I've used it for storyboards. That is actually a good use for it. I was a TV addict as a kid, low-key. Or weren't we all? That's why we're here. That's how we all ended up here at the broadcast. I used to be one of those kids that sat like concerningly close to the TV. Like I was up there. I wanted to see each individual pixel. I would sometimes like put my face on the screen. It was odd. Procreate, exactly, yes. Amazing app. You did not miss the Watermelon Woman discussion. We have not gotten there yet. We will get there in a second. I should honestly like probably move things along and get into the 2026 list, because that's one of those stream activities that I just know is going to last much longer than we realized. Oh, that's right. The other thing on the docket, I was going to briefly bring up Supergirl. And I don't know how I was going to expand on it, but it's out this week. I will not be covering it. But do with that information what you will. Like I'm just saying it's out. So that's that's great. Karsten, how was Cookie? Cookie's great. I grabbed the mug that I was gonna use for today. I didn't mean to grab this mug. It's a Cookie Monster mug, all good and fine. But then you turn it around, and it says, "We want cookie," and I can't. I had to acknowledge it in case I accidentally faced it this way, and everyone was like, "What's that, man? What's that mug?" Karsten, would you fight James Gunn in a boxing match? I would love to do that. I would love to meet him. I'd love to do an interview with him, because I respect what he does. And, yeah, I would happily meet James Gunn, even in the context of a boxing match. Jimothy, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Use these funds to get yourself a cookie, brother. Thank you. I'm actually, like, speaking on actual cookies, I'm good. My mom made me some cookies while I was visiting home, and so I'm actually good in the cookie department. Favorite behind the scenes documentary? There's an easiest question ever. It's going to be Heart of Darkness. I think that's what it's called. The Apocalypse Now making of documentary. One of the best. For sure. Incredible doc. Made by Francis Ford Coppola's wife. Thoughts on oatmeal raisin cookies? I I used to not be a fan growing up, and I've since matured and recognized that they're pretty great. I like a good oatmeal raisin. I will say it's just like I'm not so I'm a little hesitant with trying any cookie out there as I have a nut allergy and it gets real dicey. Are you a fan of nature documentaries? I sure am. I sure am. I say it's already 3:35. We are cruising through the stream, and I think we better get into the letterbox list sooner rather than later. So I'm gonna slowly transition, and try to make this happen. Canada scored. Amazing. This is gonna be great. The World Cup era of this stream is gonna be insane because we can just get live scores while live. And that's perfect. That's perfect. Live reactions. Okay. Getting it up there. And I think wait a second. And that, nope, leave you down there. That will do. Okay, so these are all of the films I've watched in 2026 so far. I've sorted them. I don't know the full number. Also, let me address the super chat. Ellen, thank you for the super chat. Tarantino was at my place of work this Monday having a tour. He was nice. That's incredible. He seems like, if you were to approach him most of the time, he'd probably be a nice guy. He seems like he would be not a dick, I think. I don't know. But it's good to hear you had a good experience. That's nice. We have quite a few films here. These are all the movies I've watched this year in 2026, sorted by star rating. Obviously, we will be going through this very fast. And some of these, like, okay, The Invite, Toy Story 5, Disclosure Day, and then there's, like, shorts and things that I don't rate are at the bottom. But I will update that momentarily. And I also have not added... I don't know if they no, they don't automatically get added. I haven't... This was made a couple days ago, so I do not have, like, Leviticus or anything like that in here. iPad model? I don't know, man. Why all the iPad questions? I don't know the iPad model. I wish I could help you. But, yeah, I say we just get right into this. I'm going to take care of these last. It's going to be a little frustrating seeing all these at the bottom for a little bit, but I'm going to start with... There's only 1.5 star film from this year, and it's Valiant. That's the worst movie I saw this year. Next up is all the movies that I watched for my least favorites video. Comes as no surprise that they're here, as well as some of the lowest rated Oscar nominees. I think of these 1-star films, this is the system we got, by the way. We go by stars, and we rank them that way. It's a lily pad, yes. iPad lore is insane. Does it have a home button? No, it's a swipe. It's not. There's no home button. It's not that old. I think The Swarm is second to last for sure. The Swarm is... I know many of you have not seen it and have no thoughts on The Swarm, but let me tell you, it is a truly horrible movie. Next is going to have to be Suicide Squad. I thought that was a horrible experience. Alice in Wonderland, and then Mulan at the top of the 1 stars for sure. Mulan not offensively bad the way these others are. We're moving into 1.5, which is where we get into some meat. Super Mario Galaxy movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Broadway Melody, 50 Shades of Grey, Fuck My Son, Keeper. This one's actually a bit tough. I think the Super Mario Galaxy movie is probably the emptiest of these. That might be a little harsh to make it the bottom. But I respect aspects of these others more than I respect like anything in the Mario Galaxy movie. I think it's truly like an abysmal movie, especially now that some time has passed. I'm like, there's nothing there. There's really nothing there. Broadway Melody is actually quite boring and might have to put it below that just for that reason. Broadway Melody is pretty ass. Then we're doing Super Mario Galaxy movie. And then we're doing Jurassic World Rebirth. That feels right. These next 3 are like 50 Shades of Grey on the edge. but I was about to say, like, honest, honest to God attempts at doing something. Keeper definitely at the top. Keeper like comfortably at the top. 1.5 might even be a little harsh for Keeper. Fuck My Son is a disgusting movie, and we don't need to expand on that. 50 Shades of Grey is what it is. This feels right. Let's not linger on these for too long. Hope is like happily top of the 2 stars. I've been meaning to maybe even move it up to 2.5, but we're going to comfortably put it at the top of 2 stars because that's a little offensive for what this is. And I think that the fixed CGI, which I'm assuming will happen, is going to greatly help this movie. Keepers 1.5 is not harsh. Keepers was pretty abysmal, but it was beautiful. It was a really well shot film. I thought it looked really amazing. The rest of the 2 stars, we have the BFG, The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Michael, Undertone, Perfect Stranger, Diane Warren, Relentless, Wuthering Heights, The Blue Lagoon, Hope. This is tough. Perfect Stranger is a terrible movie. Let's move that at the bottom. Again, another one where many of you probably haven't seen it, but it is a genuinely horrible movie. Really bad erotic cyber thriller. The rest of these, Diane Warren, Relentless, I'm really shocked that most people have this higher than 2 on Letterboxd. People are just being nice. People are being real nice about Diane Warren, Relentless. It is not a good movie. It's a serviceable doc, but a waste of everybody's time. The Blue Lagoon is some hot ass. I mean, that's probably actually worse than Diane Warren Relentless now that I think about it. I don't know why I breezed past the Blue Lagoon. Now we're getting into, like, respectable territory. Michael, like, I've said it before, is not... There's, like, aspects of Michael that work. As much as I want them not to work, there's parts of that movie that work. It's barely a movie, which makes it really hard to do anything with. I guess let me move from the top and we'll figure it out from there. BFG's staying near the bottom. Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl staying at the bottom. Michael probably staying at the bottom. Undertone, I thought I don't want to talk too much about Undertone because I know it has its shooters. It's not as good as Wuthering Heights. I think Wuthering Heights has more going for it than a lot of the... We might have it right here. We might not need to move anything. Michael is not respectable. Did I say it was respectable? I'm not coming at you. I'm actually asking that genuinely. Like, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. Michael above BFG is crazy. When's the last time you watched the BFG? Because I just rewatched the BFG with, like, rose-tinted Spielberg glasses. Given how much I've fallen in love with his work over the last few years, I was fully expecting it to go crazy, and I was like, oh no, this is still pretty bad. This is still pretty rough. BFG's not a very good movie. Disclosure Day was horrendous. We're on different pages. We are on different pages about that. Let's move to 2.5, where there's going to be a lot. So let's list them off. Fatherland, which feels wrong let me just move it up while we can. Gentle Monster, The Cat in the Hat, 17 again, 7 Psychopaths. Igby Goes Down, The Bride, Song Sung Blue, The Three Sisters, a short film, interesting. Don't know if we should have that here. Butcher's Stain, a short film. Viva Verde, Armed with Only a Camera, again, a short film. Should I take out the shorts? Real question. Should I take out the shorts? Or should I keep them? I mean, it's everything I watched this year. Short films count. It's your list. That doesn't help me. Probably yes. I think it would help if I took them out. It would just make this feel a bit more accurate. I'm going to take them out. Moving on. Viva Verde, The Rip, The Lady Killers, and that's it for 2.5. Top of the 2.5, we are going to put... I might stick The Rip at the top. Ultimately, forgettable Netflix slop, but has Ben Affleck and Matt Damon at the top. And they're both doing a pretty good job. Pretty nice cinematography. Pretty cool premise. They lock in the second act. It's pretty damn solid. I liked watching The Rip. I remember being like, this is pretty good for what this is. The Lady Killers should be a 4 out of 10 or a 2 out of 5. I'm comfortable with that rating. I'm not changing the ratings. I'm happy with the 2.5 rating here. The Rip is kind of fun. Exactly. That's why it's like, it's not a bad movie. We're starting to get into more nuanced territory where these are not straight up bad films, but unfortunately just don't get all the way there. And The Rip is probably like the best example of what we have here. The Lady Killers is, all that said, bottom of the 2.5, certainly. This is not a good movie. It's one of the worst Coen Brother movies. Worst one of them as a pair. Cat in the Hat I gotta respect in a lot of ways. Yeah, a lot of these are like not bad movies, I'm realizing. Viva Verde, all love to the people in the publicity department for this film who helped me find a way to watch it, but I didn't enjoy watching it that much. The Bride is pretty bad, the more I think about it. Song Sung Blue is really not my thing. Probably below a lot of these. 2.5 really is like the not my thing category. Fatherland, actually going to go above The Rip. I think Fatherland has much more going for it than I'm giving it credit for right now. That is like by far the most interesting film in this section. Igby Goes Down and Seven Psychopaths are both movies where it's like, this is pretty harsh. But they're really not my thing. And for that reason, I'm gonna put Seven Psychopaths just below The Rip. Igby Goes Down just below Seven Psychopaths. Igby Goes Down Cat in the Hat over Igby Goes Down. 17 again, comfortably in the middle of all of this, and I feel good. I think this is right. Gentle Monster at the bottom, I just realized. Gentle Monster is better than that. I know I'm talking to myself because no one's really seen this movie, but below The Bride. Bride's got some bangers. Bride has some moments. Did Igby go down? I think I moved Igby up a little bit. Okay, let's head into 3. This is when it starts to get genuinely ugly and stressful. Actually, there's not that many 3s. I take it back. Okay, starting with Victorian Psycho, Crime 101, Pizza Movie, American Gangster, The Way We Were, Pokemon the first movie, The Lost Bus, Taking Out Children No More, Come See Me in the Good Light, Taking Out Forever Green, Taking Out A Friend of Dorothy, Taking Out Jane Austen's period drama, Taking Out All the Empty Rooms, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, Marty Life is... Okay, no, that's 3.5. Top of the threes. Yeah, I'm unironically going to put Pizza Movie near the top. One of the most charming films in this section, for sure. Undoubtedly. I don't even think that's like... I'm not even saying that as a joke. It's pretty charming and pretty fun. Not a great movie, but like it's a fun time. Jonathan Livingston Seagull near the bottom. Pretty boring movie. And now that I'm like looking at the stars, we can even put it in 2.5 below a lot of these. I'm sorry. Maybe above 17 again. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, not a good movie. Victorian Psycho, not at the bottom. In fact, Victorian Psycho kind of in pizza movie territory where it's fun. Maybe even a bit more respectable. maybe has a bit more class than pizza movie. Oof, this one's tough. This one's tough. What? Oh, God, these are okay. These aren't. Who's at the bottom? It might be American Gangster, which is really like I was expecting it to be more of a hit for me because I've kind of been into these like dad movies recently, but I remember being like, oh, whatever. It's a pretty unremarkable movie in a lot of ways. The Way We Were also a bit dry. Another one that I really wish I liked more. I think I like The Way We Were a bit more than Crime 101. Sorry to the Crime 101 fan base. Pokemon the first movie definitely like above a lot of these for nostalgia purposes only. And then it comes down to Come See Me in the Good Light versus The Lost Bus. I'm going to take The Lost Bus over that any day of the week. That one's comfortably in the middle. Stop saying me name. That's the 3 stars. That's the 3 stars. I feel good about that. Moving on. This is cruising through. I didn't think this would... I guess there's going to be a lot of 4s. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of 4s. Okay. 3.5s. Now we're in the thick of it. Marty, Life is Short. The Martin Short documentary. Just watched it. Elvira Madigan. Coward. The Samurai and the Prisoner. Iron Boy. Too Many Beasts. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. Babyface. Julie and Julia. The Devil Wears Prada 2. Training Day. Mother Mary. The World According to Garp. Project Hail Mary. The Ugly Stepsister. Cutting Through Rocks. Kokuho. The Girl Who Cried Pearls. We're Taking It Out. Serpent's Path. What a Way to Go. Wuthering Heights from 1939. Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Devil is Busy. We're Taking It Out. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. Blade. The Moment. Postcards from the Edge. The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean. Hail Caesar. Strictly Ballroom. Jesus Christ. Intolerable Cruelty. The Hudsucker Proxy. Night is Short. Walk On Girl. That's a lot. That's a lot to comb through. Okay, off what I'm looking at right now, Hudsucker Proxy's up there. That's more of a 4 than a 3.5 in my opinion. I really like the Hudsucker Proxy. Hail Caesar also up there. The rest of these comfortably where they are. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead is up. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead is one that's really grown on me. I'm going to put it at the top. Serpent's Path is up there, but not the top. Good Kiyoshi Kurosawa, not the best Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Project Hail Mary's up there. It is certainly above a lot of these. Probably above Serpent's Path, probably above Night is Short, Walk On Girl. Better than Hail Caesar. I don't know if I like it more than Hudsucker Proxy. Ugly Stepsister, World According to Garp, Mother Mary. I got a soft spot for Mother Mary. Training Day. Devil Wears Prada 2. Devil Wears Prada 2 with time, a low tier 3.5. With respect. Not the bottom. Bottom of the 3.5 is low-key Elvira Madigan. The Swedish film. That is like pretty boring, but beautiful. Like a pretty boring movie. Speaking of, Iron Boy didn't wow me at Cannes. Coward also did not wow me. I think I liked Iron Boy a tad more. Sorry to bore you with the Cannes stuff. I know you haven't seen them. I'm looking for other bottom tiers. Kokuho was so long. Not bad, but very long. Let me check in on chat. See how you... Okay, a lot of Hail Mary comments. Hail Mary a 5? Not to me, but that's... I respect it, okay? We all have our own opinions. I haven't seen Terror at Bloodfart Lake, no. What makes a movie a 3.5? I mean, listen, these are all over the place. These are all 3.5s for different reasons. Like, that's what makes it so hard and stupid to compare them. I mean, these are good movies, though. If you're a 3.5, I'm like, I would say that's a good time. That's a good movie. Why can't we see chat on screen? It should be there in the bottom left. It's quite small, but it should be there. You see chat? It's there. Okay. God, this is tough, man. This is really tough. Intolerable Cruelty, probably a low tier 3.5. I guess let's start it this way. This is a way to do it. We start at the bottom. Elvira Madigan. Coward's better. Iron Boy's better. Marty Life is Short is better. Devil Wears Prada. Is that worse? Better than Marty Life is Short. It's worse than Marty Life is Short. It's better than those other two. Kokuho is better. Is more. I think Marty Life is Short. Let me bump you up because this was a good doc. This was a good doc. Samurai and the Prisoner. Another Kiyoshi Kurosawa that didn't like knock my socks off, but was pretty good. It's better than Kokuho. Too Many Beasts, not as good as Samurai and the Prisoner. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, I think better at the end of the day. Babyface, not as good. Babyface, probably just below. No, it was better than Kokuho. It was better than Too Many Beasts. It belongs right there. That's how, this is the system. This is the system. Julie and Julia. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. It's a good movie, but it's not that good, and it's also so long. It's better than all of these. So far, it's at the top. Training Day, neck and neck with Julie and Julia, to be honest with you. I think maybe a bit... At the end of the day, that one wins it out for me. Mother Mary, at the end of the day... like a high 3.5, low 4. So that's also staying put. World According to Garp, below a lot of these. I like World According to Garp. It's not as good as Babyface. Too Many Beasts is better. Intolerable Cruelty, get it down. Get it down. Below World According to Garp, below Kokuho, above Devil Wears Prada. Let's be real with ourselves. Ugly Stepsister. Okay, Ugly Stepsister. We do not like that as much as Mother Mary or any of these. I liked Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma more. I like Ugly Stepsister a bit more than Samurai and the Prisoner. That's a little crazy. Cutting Through Rocks. Really solid doc. I mean, these docs are hard to compare with each other. I think again, maybe... I don't remember where these lined up in the Oscar ranks. Like, don't come for me, but I think I'll put it just below Ugly Stepsister. What a way to go. Crazy movie. A lot of characters, a lot of hot actors in this movie. That's the whole premise. It's a bit of a mess and it's very repetitive. I'm going to put it below Babyface, below Too Many Beasts, above World According to Garp. That's very comfortable. Very comfortable. Great Paul Newman performance, one of his best. Wuthering Heights 1939. A really solid movie. It's nothing special, but a real solid film. I'll put it above Ugly Stepsister. Enjoyed that movie. Mr. Nobody Against Putin. A solid documentary. A better doc than Marty Life is Short, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put it right there. Is that crazy? Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, it's been growing on me. I'm going to put it above those. Blade. One of the best opening sequences of all time, a broadcast film. Deeply flawed and at times kind of boring, but like very respectable in a lot of ways. I think I'm gonna put it above. It's kind of high. That's a pretty high 3.5. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll keep it. The Moment. Why is Blade 3.5? You think it should be more or less? I can't put it any higher, but I also think it's like a high 3.5. The Moment. A good movie. A fun movie. Not one I don't think I'll... Okay, someone was asking, like, movies I'll never rewatch again. I don't think I'll ever rewatch The Moment, but I had a lot of fun watching it in the moment. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's better than Blade, not as good as Julie and Julia. Postcards from the Edge, an amazing Meryl Streep performance. Movie's all right. Movie's not as interesting as a lot of these, but I think I'll put it above Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean. A movie that's truthfully not very good, but has another great Paul Newman performance, and he's wrestling a bear at one point. He's hanging out with a bear. He's pushing a bear on a swing, I think. Really good ending. We're going to put him comfortably below... I liked it more than What a Way to Go, and more than Too Many Beasts. Not nearly as good as Babyface. Let's see, Strictly Ballroom. Saw this one with John. It was a fun movie. It didn't really, like, stick with me, if I'm going to be honest with you. But has some really good sequences. I think it's better than Blade. I don't know if I liked it as much as The Moment. Shout out, John. What the Falconer, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Appreciate all the support. Why'd you give Game Night 2.5, Mr. Karstbob Hater Pants? You know, that's a good question. I saw that movie at a time when my parents' thoughts on films really rubbed off on me. Because I'm someone where it's like if they're having a bad time, I feel that pretty strongly. And I think my dad hated that movie for reasons that you're gonna have to ask him. It's nothing to do with me. I also remember the ending. It ended on a sour note. Like, it was an ending that didn't know how to end the film. It's been years, so, like, I don't know how accurate that is, but I remember being like, wrap it up. But I remember having a good time. 2.5 is certainly... That's pretty harsh. I'll have to revisit Game Night at one point. Serpent's Path, a good movie. Better than Blade. I think Strictly Ballroom's a better film at the end of the day. Crazy to call a Baz Luhrmann movie better than a Kiyoshi Kurosawa movie, but that's how the world works. Night is Short, Walk On Girl. Great film. Really great film. Definitely above Mother Mary. All love to Mother Mary. Hail Caesar. Also above this. So this is where we're in these are the big boys in the 3.5 section. Hail Caesar better than Night is Short, Walk On Girl. All love. Project Hail Mary. I think works better than Hail Caesar. Hudsucker Proxy's better than Project Hail Mary. No disrespect. This is when it's like we're kind of secretly in 4 territory, but we're working with 3.5s. Hudsucker Proxy, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. This feels good. I know that Disclosure Day was a 3.5, so I'm going to move it up now. We're getting there. That John guy is just so handsome. You should let him know. Sometimes Baz is good. Sometimes Baz is phenomenal. So I really liked Disclosure Day. I guess that's a hot take in this chat. I didn't expect it to be. It's better than a lot of these. It's not perfect. It has a lot of flaws, but it's certainly a highlight of my year. Put it above Julie and Julia. Put it above Training Day. I think it's better than Mother Mary. I think it's better than Night is Short, Walk On Girl. Now is when people are going to get mad. Let's zoom in on this. Let's get a better view on this. I didn't have a huge urge to rewatch Project Hail Mary, and I can't wait to see Disclosure Day again this week. So I'm going to put it above that, below Hudsucker Proxy. Let's move on. 4 stars. 4 stars. We have Blue Film, which I cannot wait to talk more about later on in the year. It's a great movie. My Own Private Idaho, Running on Empty, The Python Hunt, Backrooms, Obsession, La Bola Negra, The Man I Love, Once Upon a Time in Harlem, Fjord, Paper Tiger, All of a Sudden, The Wind That Shakes the Barley, Contagion, The Vanishing, A Tale of Springtime. This is going to go on forever. A Tale of Springtime, To Live and Die in L.A., In the Cut, Chime, technically a short film, but we're going to count it. Miroirs Number 3, La Strada, Faces of Death, Our Hero Balthazar, The Drama, Hoppers, Train Dreams, The Great Dictator, Madonna, Truth or Dare, Weapons, Clockers, Witness, The Wailing, Millennium Actress, Black News, Terms and Conditions, Hi Mom, Butterfly, taking it out. The Singer's taking it out. Two People Exchanging Saliva, taking it out. Dazed and Confused, Pillion, The Perfect Neighbor, Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain, Glengarry Glen Ross, Perfectly Estranged, taking it out. Voice of Hind Rajab, Alabama Solution, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, Miller's Crossing, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, Pride and Prejudice, The Fall, Killer of Sheep, and then, Killer of Sheep 4.5. Okay. Now, this is going to get interesting. We're going to try and move through this super fast. We're going to try and cruise through this. This is going to be very tough. But we're going to do this. We're going to use the same system. And maybe that will work. Blue Film, My Own Private Idaho. 2 fantastic queer films. I think My Own Private Idaho, it has the upper hand because it's like been out for so long and it's like an iconic film. And Blue Film, I think will age really well, but is so fresh. And if you guys haven't seen Blue Film, it's available digitally, and I'm not being like paid to say any of this or anything. But it's worth checking out. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty insane movie. Bit heavy. A lot of, can I just say this, and it not just because blue's in the title, but a lot of movies these days where it's just characters talking in a room. Blue Film, Blue Moon, The Invite. I like this trend. My Own Private Idaho probably sneaks above Blue Film. Running on Empty, probably near the bottom of the 4s. Not bottom of the 4s, but still like a great, keep in mind, these are great movies. The Python Hunt, very good movie. Also kind of bottom of the 4s for right now. Backrooms, I liked quite a bit. I didn't like it as much as Blue Film. I liked it a little... This is crazy. I didn't like it as much as Running on Empty. I liked it a little bit more than the Python Hunt. Obsession, great movie. I didn't like it as much as Backrooms. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down at that. La Bola Negra, very good. Very, very good. I think just below Blue Film, I'll say. Blue Film I really liked. The Man I Love, another great queer film. Not as good as... I think I liked it a little bit more than Backrooms. Did I? I don't know. I'll leave it above. Once Upon a Time in Harlem. Enjoyed this one, but was a little sleepy. I'm not going to lie. I had a little bit of canned sleepiness during this one. I think is better than the Python Hunt at the end of the day. Obsession. Now you guys got me second guessing it. Just because you're wearing a blue hoodie. Hey, actually, I'll save that to the end of the stream. We got some new merch coming soon, by the way. This hoodie being one of them. Fjord, very good. Not as good as Blue Film. Not as good as Bola Negra. I liked it more than Running on Empty at the end of the day. Paper Tiger, great new James Gray film that I cannot wait to talk to you more about. Liked it quite a bit. Not as good as Fjord or Bola Negra. I think I liked Man I Love a bit better. I liked Paper Tiger. Nah, it's not as good as Backrooms or Obsession. I'll put it right there. All of a Sudden is probably comfortably at the top for right now. The Wind That Shakes the Barley. Wind That Shakes the Barley is pretty good. Again, some of these have the upper hand in that they're a bit more established and even though I've only watched them this year, it's like there's just something in the air with them that makes me want to put them above, you know? I like The Wind That Shakes the Barley a lot. I like it more than My Own Private Idaho. We'll leave it there. Contagion, very good movie. Below Wind That Shakes the Barley, above My Own Private Idaho. The Vanishing, a broadcast film. Liked this one quite a bit. I didn't like it as much as like some of these. I like Running on Empty a bit more. I'll put it just below Running on Empty. That one can go either way. That one's a bit loose. A Tale of Springtime. Eric Romer film, pretty good, not that great. Kind of more like leaning into the like 3.5 range, if I'm going to be honest. We'll put that one near the bottom of the 4s, but still a great movie. Really not the best Eric Romer. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead made a bigger impact on me. To Live and Die in L.A., great William Friedkin movie. We're going to put that one right... I'm going to put it right below Running on Empty, I think. Oof, this is getting tough. In the Cut. Oof, every new edition is messing me up. Oh my god. Okay, In the Cut. A tough watch, to be honest. Like, was a 3.5 initially, and then I bumped it up with some time. It's one that's much easier to talk about than it is to watch. Very ugly movie. Really unpleasant movie. Has that kind of Jane Campion feel where you're just, like, not really having a good time watching it. But pretty good. I think I gotta move it down a little bit. I didn't have a fun time watching that movie. Let's see, Chime, really good. Like, really good. And it's kind of unfair because it is a short, but it's like one of my favorite things Kiyoshi Kurosawa has done. I left the theater so hyped after this movie. I thought it was so good. Yeah. Such a time-consuming idea. Hey man, we're cruising through. We are going way faster than I thought we would. This will be the chunkiest section, by the way. 4 is undoubtedly the heaviest one, and we're moving. Mirrors number 3. New Christian Petzold, really good movie. It hasn't honestly lasted with me that much. It's kind of been on the fence, like it's kind of left my mind pretty soon. I didn't like it as much as Blue Film or Bola Negra or Fjord. I do think I liked it a bit more than The Man I Love and Backrooms and Obsession. All love. La Strada, a Fellini. Out of respect, we gotta like keep it pretty high up there. I mean, La Strada's it's a classic. It's tough to move this below some of these, but I did like Chime a bit more, and All of a Sudden, I'll put it comfortably above The Wind That Shakes the Barley. Faces of Death, great movie. Don't think it's as like when you look at the list of horror from this year, it doesn't do as much, I feel like, as something like Backrooms or Obsession. So I'm going to comfortably put it below, maybe just below Paper Tiger, maybe a step above In the Cut. I like Faces of Death. Our Hero Balthazar, another great movie. Deserve to be talked about a bit more. 2 great lead performances. I didn't like it as much as Blue Film. Blue Film kind of leading the pack now that I'm looking at it. Didn't like it as much as Fjord. Not as much as Mirrors number 3 or The Man I Love. And I liked Obsession and Backrooms a bit more. Not to keep grouping them together. I'm gonna put it right there. That feels right above Paper Tiger. Feels okay. How blue is Blue Film? There's some blue sequences for sure. There's some really blue sequences. Okay, we're moving through it. The drama, loved the drama. Thought the drama was phenomenal. Didn't like it as much as All of a Sudden, and come on, let's be real with ourselves. It's not as good as Wind That Shakes the Barley. Bit higher than Contagion though. I'll go that far to say it. I'll say the drama's up there. I'll say it's up there. Hoppers, good time, really fun time. It's not up there, but I had a really good time watching this movie. It's gonna be a weird one to place. Just giving you a heads up. I don't really know where to put. I have no idea where to put this. It's not. I think it's above Faces of Death. Um, that Hopper's Faces of Death debate is, never ending. I think I'll put it up there for now. Let's see. Train Dreams. Damn, have not thought about Train Dreams in a second. I like the Train Dreams. Not as good as a lot of these, but a good movie. A good movie nonetheless. Not as good as Mirrors Number 3. Do I like Train Dreams more than Backrooms? Something nobody has really asked, is it? I like Backrooms a bit more than Train Dreams. I like Train Dreams. I'm going to split the boys up. Put Train Dreams right in between Obsession and Backrooms. I'm going to put Train Dreams above Backrooms. I'm going to put Train Dreams above The Man I Love, and I'm going to leave it there. Train Dreams was good, the more I think about it. The Great Dictator, classic Charlie Chaplin film, has no business in this list. This is when this list starts to feel a little silly, because, it's a, yeah. I think I like it more than La Strada. I think I liked watching All of a Sudden a bit more. It's not his best. It's not Charlie Chaplin's best, but it's one of the better films I saw this year. Madonna, Truth or Dare, an incredible documentary. Holy shit. It's probably... It's not as good as a lot of these. What are we doing? Why are we even thinking about this? Great doc. It gets bumped. I don't know why all the docs are grouped together. I don't know how we got to this point. I liked it more than In the Cut, and I liked it more than Faces of Death. I'll say that much. Weapons. I'm a huge Weapons defender. I think Weapons is great. There's this weird amount of people that don't fuck with this movie and think it's not good, and I don't really get that. I think it's a great movie. I don't really understand why it's. I think it's one of the most likable movies too. I think anyone could watch it and have a good time. That's just my take. I don't think it's as good as Blue Film, La Bola Negra, Fjord, Running on Empty, Vanishing, Mirrors. I liked it a bit more than Mirrors. We'll leave it there. I enjoyed watching Weapons. Clockers, really good. I liked Clockers way more than I thought I would. I thought Clockers was phenomenal. Really kind of out of nowhere, Spike Lee banger. I didn't know this was this good all along. I might leave it at the top. I love this movie. That's so random, but I can't really say it's worse than anything we have here. Witness, sure. I like Witness. It's kind of in my own private Idaho camp. It's a little bit better than Contagion, I would say. Not that these are two movies worth comparing, but I guess the drama's a little bit better. The Wailing, a much better Na Hong Jin movie. Really like this movie. It is a bit long. It's a bit all over the place. It's not as good as a lot of these, though it has sections where I wish it was a home run. I wanted to like it a bit more than I did, though I still walked away being that's a great movie. It's just a bit messy, you could argue. Not as good as To Live and Die in LA. I liked it a little bit more than The Vanishing. It got the blood flowing a bit more than The Vanishing. Millennium Actress. Oof. Another Broadcast film? Am I misremembering? Really good movie. Above Chime. It's pretty high up there. Millennium Actress, you can't really go wrong with that. What the Falconer, thank you for the super chat. Requested 4 watched with cookie list and live rank. Request 4 watched with cookie list. Going through the tag of watched with cookie and ranking all of them. That's a lot of movies. That's gonna take literally all day. But I'll consider it. There's 500 or so movies in there. Black News Terms and Conditions, really interesting movie. More of like a video art project. I mean, it was based on a video art project, but a really, really like interestingly edited doc. That's unlike anything I've ever seen. It makes it incredibly hard to rank in this list. I think it's by default going to get pushed into the doc section. Because I also didn't like it as much as a lot of these, but I still really am glad I watched it. I have no idea what to do with this. I didn't think it would ever end up on a list. I think I liked it more than the Madonna doc, and more than Hoppers. I'll leave it there for now. Let's see. We are ranking every movie I've seen in 2026 so far, putting it all into a list. Hi, Mom. Hi Mom at 4 is pretty generous. I mean, I liked this movie a lot. It's a really good Brian De Palma movie. It's a very challenging movie. It was a hard one for me to read, and one that I can't even like really pretend like I fully grasped. It was like, I feel like the stuff he's doing here have been done in a way that felt a bit stickier in his other films, and we'll get to them because I've watched Body Double this year. But I liked this. It's near the bottom of the 4s. Definitely near the bottom of the 4s. Kind of on the verge of a 3.5. Okay. We have Dazed and Confused is... I can't believe I'm saying this at the top. I loved this movie. I didn't realize how good this movie was my whole life. Pillion. Really good movie. I saw someone said a review that went something along the lines of blue film makes Pillion look like Teletubbies or something like that, which is really... I don't want to say it's funny, but it's quite accurate. I'm gonna put Pillion. I'm gonna put it. I liked it a bit more than Running on Empty and Fjord and Bola Negra. I don't mean to pit the two together, but it's right below Blue Film. The Perfect Neighbor, amazing documentary, really good documentary. It's gonna be up there. It won't be grouped with the rest of the docs, just because I thought this was a really well edited doc. I guess I'll put it like. And then here it goes. Here it goes. Not as good as Fjord. This feels more realistic. I think I liked it a little bit more than Weapons. I liked it more than The Wailing, and I'll put it right below To Live and Die in LA. Sure. Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, very cute, but has left a close to no impact on me. I thought it was really nice, and I remember being quite moved while watching it. Loved the animation. Did not do a whole lot for me in the long run, but I'm glad it exists. I'm gonna put it right below Hi Mom. And then we have Glengarry Glen Ross. How many do we have left? We're almost there. We're almost there with the 4s. Glengarry Glen Ross. Rewatched it this year. Really great movie. Always think it's going to be a little bit better than it is, but it's very solid. It's kind of an it is what it is movie. I think it's better than Fjord, and maybe not as exciting as La Bola Negra. Let's see. The Voice of Hind Rajab. Very good. Another kind of like very, very straight, like it is what it is movie. Very moving, very devastating, interesting blend of styles. Has honestly like not made hasn't like lasted with me as much. Like it feels like so far away from when I watched this. I think I liked it better than The Perfect Neighbor. I don't think I like it as much as Fjord or Running on Empty. I'll put it right above The Perfect Neighbor. Great movie. Really devastating movie. Alabama Solution. Another. We're in heavy territory. Another very good doc. That deserved a bit more love in award season. Really liked this. Not as good as The Perfect Neighbor. Not as good as Weapons. Not as good as Train Dreams. I think I'll put it right above. I like Backrooms and Obsession a bit more, I guess. I'll put it right above Our Hero Balthazar. And then 28 years later, The Bone Temple. If you never got around to this year, you're missing out. You need to get around to it. It's an incredible movie. I thought the Bone Temple was great. I loved watching this. I had a really good time at the movies seeing this one. Yeah, I liked the Bone Temple quite a bit. I will put it not too high. Maybe, is that crazy? No, that's too crazy. That's insane. It's not that good, but it's like I think I liked it a bit more than Train Dreams. A bit more than Mirage number 3. Awesome movie. Like one of the best third acts you'll find this year. And an insane Ray Fiennes performance. Miller's Crossing. Good movie. I don't think I'm like as on board with this one as much as a lot of Coen fans. It's a bit dry, and I like it when they get a bit kookier. And this one is very like they're just doing that genre, and they're doing that genre really well. And it's good. It's not the best thing in the world. In my opinion, there's a lot to love. This is how toxic this list gets. I'm calling like Miller's Crossing not the best thing in the world, but I'm gonna put it above. It's got to be above Backrooms and Obsession, and The Man I Love, and Train Dreams. Kind of weirdly similar to the Train Dreams. Okay. Doctor Strangelove. I feel like Doctor Strangelove right below Dazed and Confused, but obviously like up there. We're not even going to bother with that one. Pride and Prejudice miniseries, I'm not going to count it. I'm going to take it out because it's a miniseries. I didn't catch that the first time. The Fall. I like The Fall. I think The Fall is beautiful. It didn't like really do as much for me as I think it did for a lot of people. It's a really unique movie, and I think it's kind of in this. I didn't like it as much as Perfect Neighbor or Voice of Inner Job. I'll put it above Weapons. It's a good movie. Killer. Okay, and that's it. Oh my God, we made it through. The fours. Okay. Now we just have the 4.5s and the very pretty small section of 5s. How are we feeling so far? Have you seen Poltergeist? I have not, no. That would be a good future broadcast, I agree. Okay. You're still freezing up? Oh, man. You know, there's not much I can do. As long as the audio's clear. Far and Away with Nicole Kidman? I've never even heard of it. We feeling hot? Yeah. Let's get into the 4.5s. These are all great movies. You can't get offended by any of these placements because they're all great, and I loved all of them. Let's start with Killer of Sheep, Leviathan, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Minotaur, The Unknown, Club Kid, Blue Heron, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Targets, Knights of Cabiria, E. Vitelloni, Body Double, A Better Tomorrow, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Parallax View, Blue Moon, Retirement Plan, We're Taking It Out, Police Story, Cool Hand Luke, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Verdict, Love Exposure, Slapshot, The Man Who Wasn't There, Oslo, August 31st, Mirrored Mind, HUD, Brazil, Asako. Oh, and then got carried away. I could go all day. I could just keep going. Okay. Let's start at the bottom. Actually, I already know where to put at the bottom. Oslo, August 31st is great. It's more of a 4 than a 4.5, so I'm just going to put that at the bottom right now. All love to Joachim Trier. He's a great filmmaker. He's one of my favorite filmmakers. Dazed and Confused is better. Doctor Strangelove is better. Clockers is better. Yeah. Okay. Killer of Sheep is really good. It's almost a 5. It's better than Leviathan. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This is actually going to be hell. This is actually going to be a horrible, horrible time. and I need to just power through. I don't like. I already hate doing this. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's not as good as Killer of Sheep. It's better than Leviathan. Minotaur is not as good as Leviathan. It's not. No, it's not. The Unknown is definitely like at the bottom. I love that movie, but like let's be honest with ourselves. Club Kid, so good. I didn't think I would ever have to compare it to Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's better than Leviathan. It's better than Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I think I like Leviathan a little bit more than Terminator 2. This is so fucked up. Blue Heron 2, or no, Blue Heron, sorry. Blue Heron is better than Club Kid. Not as good as Killer of Sheep. Killer of Sheep is kind of a masterpiece. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now we have a real challenger. I loved Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's only gotten better with time. I think I'm going to leave it above Killer of Sheep. I think I am. Targets. A little. These are all Broadcast films, by the way. Targets, Close Encounters, Leviathan. I'm going to put Targets. You know, I loved Targets. I thought Targets was really good, and it didn't really, like, even just by Peter Bogdanovich standards, like, I don't think it actually lasted with me as long as I thought it would. I'm going to put it just above Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Interesting pairing here. But below Leviathan. Knights of Cabiria, so good. So good. Better than Blue Heron, I think. But maybe a bit below Killer of Sheep. I Vitelloni, also really good. I didn't realize, like, I went in order. Also, someone commented, they were like, you don't need to do the Italian accent every time you say that name. And it's like, I don't know how else to pronounce it. I Vitelloni. This sounds horrible. So I gotta go full, like, I have to put some effort into it. I'm not trying to do anything. It's how it comes out. It's near the bottom, all that said. But I like that movie a lot. Body Double, really good movie. I like it a bit more than Knights of Cabiria. It's a real sicko movie, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh man, A Better Tomorrow. A Better Tomorrow, really fun. 4.5 is quite. I mean, it is a 4.5. There's no doubt. I have to be real. I it's kind of a similar vibe to Terminator 2 Judgment Day with its action, and I like A Better Tomorrow a bit, just like a wee bit more. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid at the top, comfortably. Parallax View, really good. Really good. Some of the best, like, paranoia ever captured on screen. A lot darker than All the President's Men, if you wanted to just get a step darker than that. I liked Leviathan a bit more. I liked this a bit more than Targets, though. Blue Moon, wonderful movie. Shouldn't be above Dazed and Confused. You know, I'll say I liked Blue Moon a lot. It should not be above Dazed and Confused or Doctor Strangelove. It's like, I don't know. This is when it starts to make no sense. Is like, it is a 4.5, but it's not even better than Clockers. Police Story, a great film. Again, some really fun times in this movie. Had a lot of fun watching this movie. I think this is fucked up. Is it better than Blue Heron? Police Story? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I think maybe I like Leviathan a bit more, but I like this more than Parallax View. Sure. Cool Hand Luke, one of the best Paul Newman performances. It's not up there. It's not Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It's maybe like just above Minotaur. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, fantastic movie. Another really fun time. A beautiful movie. I'll probably put it just a hair below Police Story and a hair above Parallax View. This feels like a good, like, this is where they split off in the 4.5s. I feel good about this. The Verdict, oh my god. It's because Dazed and Confused is a 5. Yeah, Dazed and Confused, Clockers, and Doctor Strangelove are all kind of like secretly higher than what they are, but they belong where they do, if that makes sense. They need to be there to kind of set the standard. I have no way of I know it makes no sense, but that's how it's gonna work. The Verdict, I mean, a better Paul Newman movie than Butch Cassidy. Yeah. Love Exposure, good. With some time, it's like not like when you're fresh out of the 4-hour experience, you're like, yeah, this is a 4.5, and I still think it is a 4.5. I think there's nothing like this movie. It's a really kind of one of a kind. I think some of these movies are a bit better though. I think I maybe liked it a little bit more than Crouching Tiger, but Police Story, that feels right. Feels right. Okay, Slapshot has no business being up here. I love Slapshot. I do. It's a really fun time. It has no business being here. It's a 4. It's like a low 4.5. Kind of spiritually on the same wavelength as Dazed and Confused, and you agree with me. I know you do. I can't sit here and put it above Doctor Strangelove, man. I just can't. Okay, we're almost there. The Man Who Wasn't There, very good movie, very bleak Coen movie, but great. I think I may like it a bit more than Body Double at the end of the day. I think The Man Who Wasn't There is an underrated banger. Mirrored Mind, a weird movie, shouldn't even really count. Probably like 12 shots in this film. But like I kind of loved watching it. Oh man. I'll put it above Targets, below Parallax View. That feels right. Hard one to make sense of in this list. Okay, and then we have, that's it. Is The Verdict the best 4.5? I guess it is. I guess we have The Verdict at the top of the 4.5s. I'm not upset with that. Especially what's coming. Especially with what's coming. How did you add all of these? So in your, how did I do it? You go to your stats on Letterboxd, or maybe your settings. There's some way to export a, what's it called? A CSV file. And then you import that file into Google Sheets. You delete all of the movies that aren't from 2026. You export that file, and then you import that file into a list. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do it, but that's how I did it, and it worked. It was pretty easy. It was pretty easy, actually. But that's how you do it. There's a way to export all of your movie stats on Letterboxd. I don't know if there's a way to specify years, though, so you have to, by default, export everything you've ever logged, which made for a pretty cool document to look at. But okay, guys, we're going to head into the 5 stars. I don't know what's going to happen in here. It's going to get ugly, but I hope we all have a good time. Starting with HUD, 1963. The best Paul Newman movie, dare I say. Brazil, Asako 1 and 2. Memories of Murder, One Battle After Another. Playtime, Happy Together, Red Rooms, To Be or Not to Be, The Big Lebowski, The Long Goodbye, Inside Llewyn Davis, No Country for Old Men, and Fargo. Whew. You need to rewatch Cars. You're right. Different 4-letter Paul Newman movie title. Probably great. Gosh, man, I don't even know where to start. Well, we got HUD is better than Brazil. This is already. You know what I will say? Asako 1 and 2 probably going to be near the bottom. I love Asako 1 and 2, but 5-star is for like personal reasons and is like maybe not really a 5-star movie, but it is a 5-star in my heart. Brazil better, HUD better, Memories of Murder better than all of these. One Battle After Another not as good as Memories of Murder. Is One Battle After Another better than HUD? It's not better than Brazil. Let's just be honest. Playtime. God. I mean, it shouldn't even come as a surprise that I would put Playtime over Memories of Murder, but it's kind of a debate right now. I'm going to keep it above for now. Happy Together was a very impulsive 5-star rating, but all these months later it feels very right. Like I'm not taking it down. I think 5 stars for Happy Together is right. I think it's a great movie. It's not as good as Brazil. If these came out in the same year, am I going Happy Together over One Battle After Another, you know? Like that is like what is I don't think I am. Red Rooms. Phenomenal movie. Not as good as a lot of these. Fuck. This sucks. This just sucks. Oof. God damn. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm gonna put One Battle over it just for now. Yeah, yeah. To Be or Not to Be. God damn it. Really good. Better than HUD. It's the best Lubitsch movie. It's his best. It's better than HUD. It's better than HUD. It's better than Memories of Murder. Listen, I'm a comedy enjoyer, if you can't tell. I like to have a laugh here and there. If you can't tell. Big Lebowski. Good. It's good. It's not I fucking hell. Is it better than HUD? It's not as good as HUD. It's not as good as Brazil. It's better than One Battle. It's better than One Battle. I'll be the one to. I'll say the Big Lebowski's better than One Battle After Another. Are you gonna see Stop That Train? If I have time, I don't know. The Long Goodbye. Better than Playtime. Yes, it is. It is. A lot of like LA movies here, and Long Goodbye kind of stands above the rest very comfortably. Like super comfortably. Inside Llewyn Davis, knock it down a bit. Humble him. It's very accurate to have Inside Llewyn Davis be at the bottom of the 5 stars, no? Wouldn't that just be so fitting to put it at the bottom, given the movie? It's better than Asako 1 and 2. And it's better than Happy Together. And it's better than Red Rooms. And it's better than One Battle After Another. Okay. Oh my god, we're already at the top. Holy shit. No Country for Old Men. It's better than HUD. It's not as good as Memories of Murder. Fargo at the top is kind of perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, wait. Now let me just check the bottom. We gotta deal with Toy Story 5, The Invite. I'll take out 6 Shooter. I'll take out the Billie Eilish doc. It doesn't count. Take out all these shorts. Sorry to the Muppet Show. And the Stranger Things finale. The Invite. I don't know what my rating is yet. I don't. Fargo's is an unbeatable top spot, yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Letterboxd needs to fix their scrolling system. Runk. That's what they call me. So yeah, The Invite is very good. Let me just get that out there. The Invite is an amazing movie. It's a really good movie. I had a really good time watching it. It's above Hoppers. It's above Paper Tiger. It's above Train Dreams, Weapons, Fjord. Okay, let's slow down a bit. It's better than Fjord. It's better than La Bola Negra. It's better than Blue Film. It's better than The Drama. Is it? No, it's not. It's not better than The Drama. It's slow down. Yeah. Right in between My Own Private Idaho and Contagion. That's how good The Invite is. Okay. Toy Story 5. A movie I liked, didn't love. Probably the coldest I've felt on a Pixar movie in a second. Thought it was just cute. It's a high 3 though. It's better than The Lost Bus. It's better than the Pokemon. It's better than Pizza Movie. It's better than Victorian Psycho. It was more entertaining than Elvira Madigan. Coward had more going for it. Guys, this is the year so far. Soak it in. We just figured the rating out on stream. Yeah, it's a 4. That's it ain't a big secret. This feels right. This feels crazy in a lot of ways. Club Kid above Doctor Strangelove is a bit insane. I'll admit that. But you guys haven't seen Club Kid yet. It really is that guy. It really does go that hard. That's the year. That is the year. So far. Really puts into perspective how many movies you see in a year. Okay. With that said, I think it's time to transition into the movie club movie. But before we do that, we need to nominate a few films for next week. Listen, because we skipped a week and it was Pride Month, I say we need to keep it up, even though I know it'll be July next week. We need to, I say we go for one more gay movie because we skipped a week and that wasn't supposed to happen. So I'm open to a couple. There's a few that I know I was pushing for, like The Delta and Weekend. There are a couple others. Multiple Maniacs. But yeah, throw them at me. I've already seen Velvet Goldmine. Seen it pretty recently, though. Is there another Todd Haynes, though, that we'd be open to? Dude, Dog Day Afternoon. I would actually... I would really do Dog Day Afternoon. I'm going to put Dog Day Afternoon in there. I've already seen it, but it's been a few years, and I'm itching to talk about it. I'm itching to get into that one. I'm going to throw in Dog Day Afternoon. Yeah, a single man, there's a few people pushing for, so I feel like I got to put that one in there. A lot of people saying Pride 2014. Several people. Or maybe it's just one? There's a couple people putting Pride 20. I'll put Pride 2014. There's clearly a push for it. Let me look it up because I don't know much about this. Should we just throw in Milk? I've heard so little about this movie. George McKay. I love George McKay. All right. Andrew Scott. Okay, Pride 2014 comfortably in there. One more. We have Dog Day Afternoon, A Single Man, Pride 2014. Hairspray 2007. I've seen that one. I wouldn't do 2007. I would do the John Waters one because I haven't seen it yet. Chasing Amy, Winter Sleep, Cruising, Blue is the Warmest Color, Boys Don't Cry. Let me look at Boys Don't Cry. Interesting. Hilary Swank, Chloe Sevigny. Boys Don't Cry, I could be interested in. Reviews are mixed, but that can sometimes lead to a good discussion. What was the other one? Chasing Amy. A couple Chasing Amy's. By Kevin Smith. The reviews are not good. I've never seen Chasing Amy. I'm gonna put in Chasing Amy. Okay. Let's just have an interesting poll. Here. So if you're new here, if this is your first broadcast, welcome. Every week we talk about a movie. It is the weekly film club movie. We're about to talk about it right now. We're talking about The Watermelon Woman this week. But how we decide on these films is we do what we just did right now, which is you guys nominate 4. I pick which 4. And then the members get to vote on it in a poll that's over on the community tab for this channel. If you'd like to vote in the poll, you consider becoming a member. It's a great way to support the channel. You get this. You get access to these. You also get member-exclusive videos each month. I just put out one this month. You're also going to get an extra one this month because of missing it last month. But you're going to get an extra one this month. But I just put out one all about hobbies and the importance of finding a hobby. It's an interesting video. You should check it out. And it's a great reason to become a member. So, yes, if you would like to vote on this poll, consider becoming a member. This poll is live to the members right now. Dog Day Afternoon, A Single Man, Pride, Chasing Amy. We will decide on the winner of the poll depending on who is at the top at the end of the stream. Before we get into the film club movie, though, let me take a quick break, grab some water because I really need it, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, let's talk a little bit about The Watermelon Woman, this week's movie club movie that you guys voted on last week. Hopefully the internet is good. I was just checking it. It had like red bars and whatnot. Also, quick check-in on the World Cup. How are we doing? I should have checked while I was on break, but is it Scotland versus Brazil right now? I'm curious. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about this week's movie. The Watermelon Woman. I'm sure you've heard of it. I feel like I've been hearing about this movie for a long time. It has been like on my radar for years. I feel like I cannot confirm when Criterion started pushing it or put out their restoration for it. But it feels like just in the last few years, this movie has had this huge wave of support and visibility, and Canada lost. God damn it. Chat is gone again. I swear to God, chat is up. I'm looking at it right now. But yeah, it's a movie that I think has just really caught on with people. I think there's also been just a general like embracement of queer cinema in the last few years, and this is one of the most iconic, one of the most essential. It's a little surprising that it's taken me this long to get around to it. But like all these years, all of this talk about this movie, everything I've heard about it, like I've never had a great idea of like what this movie was about or what it was, and it was really fun and interesting discovering it for the first time this week. Feels really good to have finally familiarized myself with it and with the work of Cheryl Dunye. I also watched, like I said at the top of the stream, one of her shorts. I could have watched a couple more. They're all available on the Criterion channel. I highly recommend checking them out, as well as this film if you didn't get around to it. But really interesting filmmaker, really interesting artist, and this is her debut feature. This was made for a budget of $300,000 with a bunch of different sources for funding and grants. She made a couple shorts before this, and Canopy as well, yes. But yes, it is the first film directed by a black lesbian about black lesbians, which is quite notable. At least that's known about, or openly black lesbian, I should add. So it was quite groundbreaking when it came out. And damn, for the first time, I did not pull up the the plot synopsis. And I'd like a bit of a plot synopsis just because of what this movie is. The description reads, an aspiring black lesbian filmmaker researches an obscure 1940s black actress billed as the Watermelon Woman. That's half of it. It's kind of... I heard someone... I peeked into the Discord at one point this week before I got around to watching it and saw someone say they didn't realize it was a mockumentary, which I also didn't realize that. And then when I watched it, I guess it's kind of a mockumentary. It's like... The woman that she's tracking down, Faye Richards, who is like the Watermelon Woman. This is a fictional actress. This is not a real person. This is made up for the film. I mean, they do a really good job with all of like the archival footage and the photography of making it feel like a real person, but it's like a made up figure for this film. But the main character is Cheryl Dunye, and she's playing a character named Cheryl who has all the same traits as Cheryl, like lives a very similar life to the real life Cheryl. So it's like, it's sort of real, it's sort of not. And the film goes back and forth between this search for more information on the Watermelon Woman and her search for finding the identity and more about her life and who she was, because the whole premise of the film is that it's like there's no information about her other than the director she worked with, it was like Martha Page or something like that, a white female director. There was all the speculation of like what relationship they had together. It's funny to talk about it like this because it's like the way I'm talking makes it sound like it was a real person, which just speaks to like how great the movie is at making it all feel so real, and how many details are there to this story that they're painting out. And I don't think that that's all essential to like what the film is doing at the end of the day, which is like creating its own history and preserving its own history in the process. But we'll talk about that in a second. It's a mix between that search and then kind of glimpsing into the life of Cheryl in this movie, and where she works, this relationship she ends up having with one of the customers at the video store she works at, her relationship with her friends, what it's like in Philadelphia where the film is set, and it kind of acts as like a very like kind of laid back slice of life. It's an interesting movie. Walter said the movie this reminds me of the most is Inside Llewyn Davis. It's a movie about someone going on a quest that constantly goes wrong. It's essentially that in the mockumentary style. That's kind of, yeah, that the thing is, it doesn't feel as like bleak or as I don't want to say, I mean, there is like something sort of cynical about it, but it didn't really read as nearly as cynical or as bleak as Inside Llewyn Davis. And I think that's because it's in her search to preserve and find this information. She's like actively, preserving and creating history herself with this film. I think that's where it gets super interesting. I'm not usually, and I think I've talked about this a little bit, and honestly, for some weird reason, these broadcast movies always end up being like this, where there is a blend of documentary and fiction, and the movies always somehow get kind of meta, and the movies always somehow being about movies and the act of making movies and storytelling. I mean, you look at something like The Fall or Funeral Parade of Roses to an extent, even like My Own Private Idaho. It's a bit of a reach, but it's kind of about like preserving a memory, and the movie itself feels like a memory. It's like, I feel like the movies we pick often skew this direction. I don't know why that is, but this is like one of the most obvious examples of it, and one of the most iconic. And so it's really interesting to finally get around to it. It's very influential beyond being just groundbreaking for it being directed by a black lesbian woman. But yes, it is, if you didn't know, based on her own difficulties with finding records of black actresses throughout film history. She had been working on a project that I think was, in line with the project that the character in the movie is working on, and kind of just decided to make a feature based on that process of looking for things, or looking for information. It's, I honestly, I'm beating around the bush of saying, like, there's a lot about this movie that I appreciate, that I think is really cool conceptually, that I think is really important, obviously. But some of the first comments in chat today were asking about the 3.5 star rating. So it's not, it wasn't like a complete home run for me. And I can lead with that because I watched the one short of hers I watched had a very similar style to this, where it's like her talking to the camera very directly, telling a story, and it's a mix between that. It's called Janine, and it cuts between her talking to the camera and the shot of her like blowing out the candles, which feels a lot more like video art style, which is like kind of like just a really stripped back version of this. And to me, that's where her style of documentary mixing with narrative, and more specifically her talking directly to the camera herself as the filmmaker, I think it fits really well in the form of a short film. And here, I think there's like pockets of amazing filmmaking. I think the last act of this feels like the most personal, and like the film is kind of like arriving at a point that it's been like teasing at the whole time, and I think that's when it's at its cleanest. But I don't know. I think this movie has a lot of different tones going for it. Something I haven't brought up is that it's a very comedic movie. There's a lot of humor. A lot of the humor didn't really land for me personally, except for the clit organization. That was a funny bit. A lot of funny like text humor. But I think it's just it's a little rough around the edges, the movie, and that's because it feels like it's jumping between tones so often, and you're jumping. It's like it feels more like a collection of shorts that's kind of pieced together, and I really liked that about it. And and it felt like I was kind of like looking into someone's like personal files or like someone's diary, more than I was like watching a movie, you know. And I think that's a really interesting way for this to all come together. But I think there was something about the way it was presented in that way that held it back for me just a bit. But it made me realize just watching the short just how it's like there's something about Cheryl's style that is so personal and vulnerable. This is gonna sound absolutely ridiculous, and I hate that I'm even saying it, but like it's the best way to kind of get it across to you guys, I guess, or to like a broad audience. But like the closest thing I compare what she's doing to in the modern day is like Bo Burnham and like the Inside special, where it's like he's just kind of like in his room by himself talking to the camera, and you feel like you're watching something from someone that you're not supposed to be seeing. There's like a real vulnerability to that I find that's a lot harder to get on film and to then translate into the form of a film. That's a lot harder than it seems. You could easily call her like an early YouTuber in the way that her stuff is presented, but it's like I think what she's doing is a lot more artfully done and a lot more intentional. And I just think I somehow got lost talking about all that, but I think that her approach to things is super interesting, and when done right, when put in the right context, is super moving. I just think that the Watermelon Woman as a feature is like so all over the place in a way that's really charming, of course, but in a way that kind of lost me at the same time. What do you think about how the film tackles homophobia within the queer community? I thought it was interesting. I mean, it just feels like, I mean, it's tackling like a whole lot of things, right? It's like, it's tackling homophobia, obviously the racism within the queer community. It's like, I think it kind of touches on these things, but is not ever trying to make a greater, it feels like it's more so painting like a portrait of a time and a community and a place. I wish I had more to say about it than that, but I feel like it's all kind of like painting out the ugliness and the beauty and like all the details of it at the same time, which I thought was interesting. It kind of reminded me of like the closest, as if we're talking about like queer films specifically, the closest thing I can compare it to is like Funeral Parade of Roses, just in like its sort of like experimental editing structure, but also in the way that it's a lot of this seems to be prioritizing capturing an era and a time and a place. Some people say she's not a great actress. I kind of came around to that. She like stumbles over her own words, but I thought that was a really interesting detail to keep in there. It's like she even does this in the short that I watched too. It's like her own lines that you assume are being said on the spot, naturally, unscripted. She's kind of like stumbling over them, and it kind of reveals something interesting about the film where it's like, no, this is all scripted. These are lines. And to me that like that usually is like kind of an issue, of course, but the nature of this being like her playing herself, it kind of reveals like a crack in the mold that I found like really interesting, especially the fact that it keeps happening. I'm like, oh, it feels very intentional to keep that in there, to kind of be like, no, you're watching a movie, which I think adds to the greater point the film is making of like preserving the work of Black actresses and queer film specifically. And you're watching one right now. I don't know if that makes sense. It gets very meta very quickly, but it's like little details like that I thought were really interesting. Karsten, if you became a filmmaker, would you act in your own films? It would be like a cameo situation. I think it's so hard to get up. Like, even though that's like what I do on YouTube is like I get up and I talk to a camera. I have to have it super scripted. Even though literally, what's interesting is like right now as I'm talking to you, this is not scripted. I'm just kind of talking off the cuff. Um, it like it's strange to like open up to the camera in a way where it's like, because what she's doing is she's like not talking to anybody. She's like kind of talking to herself. It's like it's a different way of engaging with it. Whereas like I'm talking to a chat. I don't know if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is like, it would be very hard for me to act in my own films because I feel like anytime an actor acts in their own films, like, well, this is a bad example, but I was going to say Olivia Wilde in Don't Worry, Darling feels really weird because I'm like, it reveals like, oh, so this is how this is supposed to be. And it's very clearly not. But like you feel like an outlier next to the rest of the cast, and it's only revealing how poorly directed the rest of this is. But it's interesting because in The Invite, she's also acting in her own thing. And that feels very much more like she sets the tone with her performance, and it all works. So I don't know what I'm saying. I think I just rambled for a while there, but that's it would be tough. It would be tough. Do you feel like Cheryl Dunye could be compared to Spike Lee in the way they both deal with major issues in their respective communities, as well as some shared ones? Definitely. And there's also something interesting about the fact that Spike Lee also kind of acted and played a pretty prominent role in a lot of his own work, too, in the same way that I feel like she is. I feel like they're after different things from what I've seen, though. I know that they use comedy, I guess, in a similar way, which I think is a really interesting shared trait. But I don't know. I don't think I've seen enough. Cheryl Dunye and her movies are very interesting because it's like, this is obviously the big one. And, you know, there's a lot of shorts to go through on Criterion, and there's a lot deeper I could go with her. But like, as far as like feature films, she has other features, but it's hard to go too deep into her work. And it's weird when her most defining film is about her making movies. It just makes it kind of tough to distinguish the two because her stuff feels just a lot more like her movies are about the movies and about just like what you're watching right there. Whereas Spike feels like he's sometimes playing with genre, trying to, you know, put a genre into his community, you know, like just play with that. So they're kind of hard to compare, but there are similarities certainly. Do you know about the so-called controversy from the film? I don't. I looked. I mean, I didn't do like the deepest research before hopping on here, but I didn't know about the controversy. Yeah. I thought it was an interesting movie, though. I'm glad I finally got around to it, and it is interesting to think of it as like the defining film of her career. I mean, she's still around. She can still make movies. I haven't seen or heard much about her other films, which is quite sad. I feel like I would love to see her get her projects made more often. I feel like this is someone who clearly has a lot to say. But yeah, it's a really interesting movie in that it is a debut film and kind of a bit of a statement as a debut film that didn't, I don't know, expand beyond that. But yeah, I liked it. I gave it a 3.5 at the end of the day, for the reasons I said. I can see it going up, to be honest. I can see myself rewatching it one day. But I think I share a lot of the same feelings as some of the people in chat, where I'm like, I think at the end of the day, it's one of those where I appreciate it and think it's a really interesting movie conceptually and appreciate it more from that standpoint than actually watching it, which sounds a lot meaner than it actually is. But yeah, great movie. Checking on the poll. Someone said Dog Day Afternoon is clearing. I can't say I'm too surprised. And I'm secretly very excited. I know that some people were saying that's not the most exciting pick because it's so popular, and many of you have probably already seen it, but I have been wanting to rewatch it, and you should rewatch it too. It is at 67%. It is clearing. I mean, hey man, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We will see what happens by the end of the stream. But yeah, if you didn't get around to the film this week, if this is your first time tuning in, the film is available on the Criterion channel. If you liked what you saw, if you didn't like what you saw, she's also got tons of shorts over there, and I'm excited to go deeper with her work. I really like the one short I saw, so I'm excited to check out a few others. But yeah, Watermelon Woman. That's what we got. That's what we got. An essential. I say we are at the 2 hour and 16 minute mark. We got about 45 minutes left. I think that gives us a little bit of time to play some games. I was gonna do the someone said it in chat, but I've already forgotten. Do the game where we guess the location and time of the movie. Still, I've been itching to get back to that because that was such a good idea last stream. And then maybe we'll do some Cine True Nerdle. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let me switch things over. Have you seen Resurrection 2025, which premiered at last year's Cannes? I have not yet. That is one of my big misses from last year that I am pretty bummed about, to be honest with you. As I heard great things. Josie Pussycats, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Appreciate all the support. Do you ever watch short films sent in by viewers? I try to. It is something I get sent fairly often, and if I have time to get around to it, I'm always happy to check out shorts and share my feedback. I've seen some really good shorts over the years from people sending them in. Good shorts and features, I should add. But yeah, my email is it should be on my channel, Karsten at Solaro. It's on the main channel if you want to send it over, or DM me on Instagram. I'll try to get around to it. New Cine Nerdle game is out, by the way. New Cine Nerdle game. Let me boot this up. Actually, what is the gosh, wait, sorry. What is the movie game where we're guessing the location? Does anybody have it on them? I'm blanking on the name. I wanted to say it was When Taken? I can't tell if this is When Taken movie. When Taken movies. Perfect. And we are good. Okay. So if you're new to this, just my camera. This is a movie where you get a still and you have to guess when and where it was taken. I think we get 5 per day. Starting with this one. It's looking, based on the concrete, European. Based on the time, based on the jacket, maybe 90s. The chair, based on the leather cushion, looks kind of old. It could be early 2000s. It could be 80s. The jacket feels like it can't be any older than 90s, I want to say. I don't know. I'm gonna comfortably say like maybe 89. I'll go 89, and then based on the beach, I might go like, I'm thinking somewhere in Europe. It also could very well be East Coast, but for some reason this structure and the concrete don't feel American to me. Greece would be a terrible idea. I'm going to go France. No, it's not France. Where am I? Maybe, okay, maybe it is North America, but it's like Canada. I'll go Quebec. That feels dumb, but I'm going to go Quebec. Scroll down. Can't scroll down. There we go. Quebec 1989. Let's lock it in. It was Paris. It was France. My years were not too bad. It was 1995, 1997. Maritime Hospital at Burke, France. Okay, not amazing. I'm going to be honest. Not amazing, but we'll move on. Try using the hints if you need a hand. I'm good. Okay. So, definitely 2010s, based on the beads. And, the brace, I guess braces have been around. Gosh, I have no concept of, I don't know what I'm looking at behind this person. Is that a crowd of people? It could be a crowd of people. You've seen it? Okay, I don't. I don't. If it's. Is that. If it's King Richard, I'm screwed because I don't remember when that movie takes place. But I think I remember the beads, and it looks like a new movie, so I believe you. I think I'm gonna say late. I'm gonna say 1980. That feels wrong. That feels so wrong. No, man, that doesn't make any sense. Or does it? No, 1985. 1985, and then I'm gonna say I don't remember. I should know, and I don't. We'll play it safe and go New York. Queens. Let's go Queens, New York, 1985. It was Oakland, California. Now I remember the movie. Not too bad with the timing. 1994, I guess like that's almost 10 years off. But I'm now remembering all of the Oakland scenes. Damn. Okay. Is that a toy train? This looks like an I Spy. Okay, this is obviously Europe. As far as what year, I literally have zero concept, and I'm also like genuinely convinced I'm looking at like an I Spy drawing. Not drawing, but I can't imagine what this is. It stop motion? This doesn't feel like a real place. I'm gonna go. This is tough. They really gave me tough ones today. My first instinct was Italy, but I don't like the Italy guess at all. I'm gonna lock in Italy, and it feels fairly modern. Maybe Milan feels. I'll go Milan. Just because if it's not Milan, then I'm kind of closer to anywhere else. And I'll go 2007. Feels safe. I'm just curious where this is. Okay, it was Paris. Damn, dude. I need to stop second guessing my French guesses. Mood Indigo. Wide shot of a construction site. 2010, 2014. Okay, pretty on the money with the years at least. Not too bad at all. I've never even heard of this film. Mood Indigo. We'll move on. Is that Léa Seydoux? Kind of an old looking hat, but it could be any. It might not be. I can't. I can't not go French here because I'm fairly certain that's Les Seydoux. I'll go south of France, obviously. Perhaps Marseille. Maybe they want you to go south of France and throw you off. We'll go Marseille. I don't know if this takes place in modern day. It looks kind of like it could be old. There's a lot of like older boats out here. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like if this took place in the 70s. I'm gonna lock in 74, Marseille. It was Spain. And that's not even Les Seydoux. That's Emma Suarez. Oh my god. All right. And I was 26 years off. Our worst guess yet. Let's do our final round. That is the guy from Singing in the Rain. I almost said Cary Grant. That's the Arc de Triomphe. I know that much. There's no way this is not Paris. I'm going to get a perfect score on location. Right over there. And as for the year, that's the big question. Gene Kelly. Thank you. Is that Fred Astaire? I thought it was Gene Kelly. Is that not Gene Kelly? As for the year, this feels comfortably 50s. I could be super off. I'm going to go 55. 55 and lock it in. Don't think about it too much. Perfect score. Oh my god. Doesn't get much better than that. Doesn't get much better than that. 1956, 1 year off, Arc de Triomphe, Paris, France. That is Fred Astaire. Just got the actor wrong, but we're not counting that. That has nothing to do with what we're doing here. Not bad. I'm still new to this game. I have no concept of if this is a good score or not. Bro, that is not Gene Kelly. It looked a little like Gene Kelly at first. I have not seen a whole lot of Gene Kelly movies. Nice. Beat you by 5 measly points. We'll get better. This was a warm-up. We're still getting to know the game. All right. Let's do some Cine 2 Nerdle. It is 5:27. We're good on time. What is the new game? Ensemble. Let's give this a spin. Combine criteria to assemble movies and score points. Combine criteria to assemble movies and score points. I'm scared. Okay, add one card of your choose. Okay. So we're trying to like use these to assemble more. Okay, add one card of your choosing to the set before you start assembling movies. So I can add anybody that would maybe like link a bunch of movies is what I'm assuming this means. We have Rowan Atkinson, Romance, H, Timothy Chalamet, Horror 2020s, Comedy, L. I'll go 2020s, maybe a title. Oh, a single letter or number? Man, this is confusing me. I'm not gonna do cast or crew. I'll go letter. I'll do T, because there's a lot of movies that start with T. Assemble movies and their cards will appear here. Craft your card, then assemble movies that use as many cards as possible. Okay, so it's kind of like Burgle. 2020 comedy with Timothy Chalamet. Romance. I mean, okay, hear me out. I'm going to do Rainy Day in New York. That got romance, Timothy Chalamet, and comedy. Okay. That gave us 52 points. I see. I see. I see. I see. Okay, so we're trying to get the highest score possible, and we can only use each one 3 times. It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay. Horror H 2020s comedy Haunted Mansion. Amazing play. 80 points. Rowan Atkinson romance. I don't know a lot of Rowan Atkinson movies. I'm going to be honest. I just know Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean Holiday. We're out of comedy and we're out of Rowan Atkinson. Terrible play. Timothy Chalamet. We have L and we have T. A Timmy movie that starts with L or T. We also could ignore Timmy and just do 2020s L. Romance. Love. There's got to be just like any love. Love Lies Bleeding? Is that a romance? It's kind of a horror. 2020s. That's an alright play. This is... We have one more romance. Am I not allowed to play romance after that, or it just doesn't count? Horror H. I'll go Halloween. Or Halloween, Hubie Halloween. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. T. We need a T. The... Slow down. I wish I knew a single other Rowan Atkinson movie. What's the one where he's a spy? He was in Wanda? Okay, I'm gonna take that. You kind of helped me out in chat, but that is genuinely helpful. Okay, Timothy Chalamet, romance, L. Not Hot Summer Nights. Oh wait, yes, Hot Summer Nights. Timothy Chalamet, romance, H. Throw it in there. Okay, didn't get romance for that, but that's fine. We're at 320 points. I think I saw the average was like 400, so we just need to beat that. Feels like we can do this. T and L. T and... It's like at the tip of my tongue. Johnny English. That doesn't help me at all. Johnny English... I guess will get me one Rowan Atkinson. T and L. Starts with... I guess we can't do both. It would need to, yeah. L horror movie. I say we do Leviticus. Oh, and it was a romance. Oh my god, that was huge, actually. Okay. We can... This will be fine. I actually don't know if we're in a good spot at all. I'll just play Johnny English to get rid of Rowan Atkinson. I can't think of anything else. Okay, this is not good. If multiple letters in the... Do I get double T? I don't. So now we just run out. We just run out. Titanic and T10. We'll do Titus. 422. That feels like it's not a very good score. Did I play that right at the end? Like, there was no hope, so I just have to run it out. I think that was... What's the leaderboard looking like? 534. Is it above average? That's a good question. Let me check. It was below average. Fuck. God damn it, man. I thought we were doing pretty well. Rowan Atkinson was unfortunate. I don't know him at all. He's a huge blind spot of mine. So that was a little unfortunate, but I kind of like that game. It does help. I see why they lead with the score, because you kind of need that as something to chase after. But I was a fan. Let's do the critical. We're guessing the movie based on the Letterboxd review, if you didn't know. All I want for Christmas this year is an adorable little character buddy. 3.5 stars. All I want for Christmas this year is an adorable little blank buddy. I mean, Elf has buddy and nope. Let's do the short review. 3 stars, where the characters get tiny character guns from. So I feel like it's got to be an animated movie that's maybe Christmas related, but the characters have guns. That doesn't help me at all. I don't know where to begin. We're gonna do the 4.5 star. Okay, more buddies. Character is my all-time favorite Lil Buddy. He is instantly adored by character and character's family and character's dog, credited as Mushroom, and it brings me to tears. I don't think I've seen this movie, I'll be honest. Character's guilt when things go wrong is so beyond words, and despite everything, character supports and protects him every time. Character stands up to bullies. Character watches movies, the oldies. What the fuck is this review? Character saves the day in his little pink car. He likes chicken soup and having his temperature taken. He says bye to his friends when it's time to go, and he knows he'll see them again. Character lives forever on the screen and will never lose that character magic. I love you, character. Is it the Minions, man? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. All right, great. This is bad. I don't think I'm gonna get this. It doesn't feel like Christmas until you watch character being sent flying out a second-story window via a malfunctioning stair lift. Absolute insanity? Okay, wait. Wait, that's closer. We're getting somewhere. I wanted to say Wallace and Gromit, but that's not a Christmas movie, is it? It is a Christmas movie. With guns. It's not Home Alone. That makes no sense. Little Buddies? A Christmas movie with buddies? Ghostbusters? Is that a Christmas movie? How many do I have? I'm gonna go all the way to the last one. Does anyone else think it's more than a little fucked up that the mom literally throws a character into a blender, stabs one in the head, and microwaves one more to death, and then her horrible son throws one into the fireplace, and they rejoice as it roasts to death? Characters never asked for this. Like, excuse me, but if took care of your pet with the super easy instructions that were provided to you, this never would have happened, and now you're punishing them for it. Come on, get there. It's Gremlins. We got there. It's been a while since I've seen Gremlins, but I think the horror connection kind of got that one for me. Took me a second though. Let's do the original. I'm having a fun time with the puzzles today. Leonardo DiCaprio, Vampires, Revolution, Thailand, Harold Ramis, Zach Galifianakis, Wesley Snipes, Part 2, Michael Keaton, Andy McDowell, Bradley Cooper, Paul Thomas Anderson, Superhero, Clones, Oscar-winning film, Marvel. So let's get the easy one out. Paul Thomas Anderson, Oscar-winning film, Revolution, and Leonardo DiCaprio. That's one battle after another. We have Thailand. Now we're stuck. Oh, wait. Bradley Cooper, Marvel, Superhero. Sorry if that S was Superhero. I could have sworn. Wait, Marvel, Wesley Snipes. That's Blade. Vampires. Oh, we're cooking. Okay. Hangover Part 2. I didn't know that took place in Thailand. And Multiplicity. And then we have Vampires. Clones is feeling interesting to me. Paul Thomas Anderson. Marvel, Wesley Snipes. That's not going to be anything. Superhero. or maybe um, was Leonardo DiCaprio in a vampire movie? Wait, vampires Oscar winning. I was gonna say Sinners. And then Clones, it would have been perfect. But that's clearly not it. Part 2? Wesley Snipes? Leonardo DiCaprio, Wesley Snipes? Leonardo DiCaprio, vampires? Michael Keaton. Bradley Cooper. Or no, Michael Keaton, Oscar-winning film. It was Birdman. I got there too late. It was Birdman. Oh my god. I put it together after too many swipes. God damn it. Oh. Will it still let me do it? It won't. That's a shame. It sucks when you can see it before it happens. Let's do the reversal. Unbreakable, Deep Blue Sea, Jurassic Park, The Dark Knight, The Avengers, Snakes on a Plane, Reservoir Dogs, Highest to Lowest, Pulp Fiction, Jungle Fever, The Hateful Eight, The Incredibles, Jackie Brown, Anaconda, Do the Right Thing, Old Boy. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Samuel L. Jackson movies. The Hateful Eight, The Incredibles, Pulp Fiction. But which I don't think he's a connection here because there's too many. But maybe it's like Samuel L. Jackson split up into eras, you know? Samuel L. Jackson Tarantino movies. Reservoir Dogs. Okay. Or maybe it's just maybe it's the one movie that's not Samuel L. Jackson in each thing. Yes, that is what it is. Because Highest to Lowest is Spike Lee. And No. What am I talking about? Oh wait, yeah. Highest to Lowest without Samuel L. Jackson. Okay. That's not bad. Unbreakable, Avengers, The Incredibles. That is superhero movies. Okay, I'm pretty damn proud of that. That was maybe a little easy, but I'm proud of that solution. Okay, let's do battles. We got time for a little bit. Who was the guy who was in here asking to match again? Again, if you are a member, you I play members on Cine2 Nerdle. It's another perk of being a member on this channel is we get to play each other on Cine2 Nerdle on stream. Otfos fan is confirmed a member. So I don't know when the battle launches. Oh, there it is. I think I did that wrong, to be honest. Oh, no, Burgle. I forgot about the bird. Well, it's too late now. Okay. The Birdcage. Robin Williams, Garp. Conclave. John Lithgow. Shrek. We're just trying to cruise through this. I'm gonna go English. No. I'm gonna go Ballad of a Small Player. Interesting Edward Berger route to take this in. Sent a request. I'll play you after this. Phone Booth. Colin Farrell. Miami Vice. After Yang, you thought I didn't know. It's gonna be Columbus 2017. We're going to go Unpregnant. Haley Lou Richardson. We're going to go Lurker. That's not her. Who's Haley Lou Richardson again? I'm getting her mixed up with Havana Lou, I think. Unpregnant. Haley Lou Richardson. Miseducation of Cameron Post. It's going to be a skip. I don't know Haley Lou Richardson. And maybe you don't either. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Sam Rockwell. 7 psychopaths. Opened it up wide open. Oh my god, I can't believe that hasn't been brought up yet. Thoughts on Luca Guadagnino's Artificial being dropped by Amazon? I think that's a really, I mean, unfortunately, not to repeat myself, but like another like kind of unsurprising, but like really, that's a much sadder story from this week. That's a scary story. I guess it makes sense given the movie. I haven't seen the movie. I'd imagine it's maybe pretty critical, but one of the many strange and scary parts of like tech companies owning everything is like, damn, so like what is 1 second, 3 billboards. I'm just very curious what the film is like, and I hope the film gets out there, you know. And I know there's been this discourse on Luca's movies not making a lot of money, but I feel like that's irrelevant to what this is. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think Neon or Mubi will likely pick it up. Meek's cut off. What you know about showing up? Did you show up for showing up? I guess, yeah. Oh, oh. I do recognize you have a skip. Use it, however. Oh my god, that was insane. That was insane. Gentle Monster's not on there yet. I can't believe you've done this. Damn. How the fuck? What you know about the Teacher's Lounge? Jesus Christ. Good God. Age of Innocence. Long days. Long days. Am I crazy? Am I insane? Yes. Oh God. I know what I just did. Fuck. Oh my God, you saved me. I thought you were gonna go anemone. Bold. We'll just play it nice and easy here. I have not seen Resurrection yet. Many people ask me this every day. The Dig, Carey Mulligan. We'll do some Promising Young Woman. The Ballast of Wallace Island. Well, you got me there. Carey Mulligan, Tim Key. Oh, okay. Irish. Just anything Irish. Sing Street is not Irish. I think that's game. Good game. That's brutal. I couldn't think of. I should have just played Small Things Like These. Good stuff. I really thought I had you with Teacher's Lounge. I'm not gonna lie. Dumbledoof. Accepted. Maxwell Hampton. Could you just share your username? Good Kid Max. I guess that makes sense, Max. Yeah, whoever requests first, happy to play. That's how it goes. Now playing. Most played films. Nowhere is one of the most played films. The Hot Rock, one of the most played films. Did I start this trend? The Hot Rock was my go-to with the Robert Redford Third Strike. Who is out there playing the Hot Rock? How do we challenge again? I don't know. I forget. I think you click on the name and then click on which version you want to do. I'm going to do Moth in the Sky. Oh, it's your most played films. It's just you, man. You play so much. Do I really play the Hot Rock that much? I was like, dude, these are my movies. But I'm a cheerleader. RuPaul, stop that train. Didn't work. Natasha Lyonne? Any other Natasha Lyonne movie? Any Natasha Lyonne movie? I couldn't do it. I could only think of the shows. What else has she been in? It's not where we wanted to be anyway. Okay, I need Timothée Chalamet. You need 80s science fiction. The Matrix Reloaded. SpongeBob Out of Water. SpongeBob on the Run. Sponge on the Run. Spontaneous. Freaky Friday, 2018. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis, we're gonna go. Last Showgirl 20. What? Freaky Friday 2018? Who's in this? Who are these people? What? What? Oh my. Who the fuck? What was that? Who's Heidi Blickenstaff? Who's Cozy Zulsdorf? Oh my god. Okay, The Last Showgirl. Nice. We'll go Palo Alto. But these are top-notch actors. I'm sorry. Genuinely sorry if they are. Garfield, Knives Out, Mickey 17. I got your ass. Okay. We're going to go Mickey 17, Barking Dogs. They never bite. It's about to get real uncomfortable in here. The host. Better start calling your mother. Because you're going to want to ride home from this one. Hit you with a little rush. I'll sit back. Oh, fuck. Okay, The Mask. Liar, Liar. Jingle All the Way. Did not expect that one. Okay, we're gonna go Kindergarten Cop. I'm not even thinking about my win condition. I'm gonna brick you though. As I just realized where we are. I'm gonna get around to Neon Genesis. You got me on that one. I'm not gonna lie. You did get me, but Terminator Genesis. Let's let's just try this. I don't know if this is gonna work. No, it's not. I don't know why. Terminator Dark Fate. Interesting play. I don't know where we are. I've never seen these movies. Happiest season. You would think she's done something with Timmy. What was the movie she just did? The new Kristen Stewart movie that she directed. We'll just go Love Lies Bleeding. God, what was it called? Something with a swimmer? The Little Hours, Dave Franco, The Rental. Who remembers The Rental? Dave Franco directorial debut. Pretty underwhelming. It's already 5:55. I don't know how time got away from me like that. Yeah, John, we watched it together. Allison Brie, Palm Springs. Why? I always think she's in that. I always think she's in that, and no one else is in together. Are they? Allison Brie, Batman? Why do... Same actress, not in that either. Who's Allison Brie again? BoJack Horseman. That's all I got. The same night we watched Kung Pao, of course. Yes. What a great night. Milk. Getting the weirdest deja vu right now. Gus Van Sant. Paranoid Park. Maxwell Hampton, if you want to play, feel free to request me. Request a battle. If you do so, I'll do that one last one. But if not, I'm going to head out. Or do the... not that. Last Days 2005. We'll do the call-ins. You did? There we go. Okay. I'm on it. I'm on it. Man's always thinking about milk. I know, it's deja vu. Let's speed this one up. Haven't chosen the movie either, eh? I wait until the end of the stream, because sometimes there's a last-minute surge. I don't know if that's going to happen today. Good game. Well played. I wouldn't know how to get out of Last Days either. Good Kid Max. Last round of the day. And then we'll head on out. Head on out then. Okay. Carol. I need Timothée Chalamet. You need 90s romance. We have Kate Blanchett. I'm going to rock some Tar while we're here. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I'll just go Bottle Rocket. Why not? See where you go from here. The Cable Guy. Didn't expect that, but I can still get there. French Dispatch point on the board. Unfortunately, well, Rushmore. Rushmore, Jason Schwartzman, Between the Temples. Fantastic movie. Hardest I laughed in a theater that year. Funny People. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Romeo and Juliet. Baz Luhrmann, Strictly Ballroom. Moulin Rouge. I'll go Elvis. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And GG. I did not mean to speed run, but I was locked in, quite frankly. Max, good game. We will play again next week. We'll be back. Yeah, apologies. Today's activity, the rank of 2026 movies took so long. We'll have more time for games next week, hopefully. In the meantime, let's end on some call-ins and deciding on the film based on the poll. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, every week we do call-ins. I imagine because I realized just now that I didn't have the number up on screen. But usually I have I have a number on screen where you can call it and leave me a voicemail asking for movie recommendations, and then I will play that, or I will give you recommendations on stream based on what you wanted. If it loads, it's kind of being my bars are red, which is not a good sign for the stream. Let's run this one.
Hello. My 4 favorite movies are Inside Llewyn Davis from the Coen Brothers, Fantastic Mr. Fox from Wes Anderson.
This guy sounds like a robot.
Secrets and Lies from Mike Leigh, and Marriage Story from Noah Baumbach. I love that kind of vibe of just very natural sounding dialogue that also kind of picks up in the quirks and the humor of like everyday life. It's a good vibes movie that's chill, but also will like leave me thinking long after I watch it, which is how I feel about those 4 movies. So yeah, God bless.
Okay, I've been in that same exact rut that you're in, where these are like some of my favorite movies: Marriage Story, Mr. Fox, Coen Brothers, and Mike Leigh. It's like I know exactly what you're looking for. I know the exact vibe. It's a hard one to find because it's like so good and so specific. I guess if you haven't, there's the newest movie that I can think of that matches this vibe. If you never saw it, would be A Real Pain. I feel like A Real Pain kind of gets there. If we're talking like movies with that vibe that aren't, Noah Baumbach, that's like the closest thing I got. But obviously, maybe you've already seen it. That aside, I'll recommend. Oh, you know what? The Graduate, I feel like is a surefire hit. If not The Graduate, then any Elaine May movie. I feel like she, or The Birdcage, maybe written by Elaine May. Her movies, her writing style is very snappy and has the same kind of rhythmic tone that you're looking for. That also kind of says something about life. I wouldn't recommend Mikey and Nicky. That's a little bit on the grungier side, but like A New Leaf, or even like Heartbreak Kid, which is on YouTube, with Charles Grodin. That's been the closest I can find to that same kind of humor, and I think you'll like it. Okay, someone called in. I don't know how you found the number, but you found the number, so I gotta play this one.
Hey, yo, Broadcast. I just watched High and Low, and I've also watched Seven Samurai and Throne of Blood. Those 3 were incredible, so I want to know where I should go with Akira Kurosawa afterwards. Okay, thank you and bye.
Thank you, and thank you for calling. Yo. So you just watched High and Low. This is you made this really easy. This is an easy one for me. You watched High and Low, Seven Samurai, Throne of Blood. Loved all of them. Looking to go somewhere further with Akira Kurosawa from there. I'd head into Yojimbo if you're up for that. Yojimbo will be your thing. I don't know if the call didn't pick it up, but Ikiru, also a good one. But trying to think of another one that maybe you haven't. Redbeard is always my rec, but Redbeard's a bit more out there. I would hop into Yojimbo. Yojimbo is going to be your thing, I bet. That or Ikiru are my two recs. Or the Hidden Fortress. Hidden Fortress, I always forget about. People always forget about. They don't bring it up. But it's great. It's a really fun time. It's a great, fun adventure samurai film. Thanks for calling in. Hope you enjoy those, and I'm glad you're enjoying Akira Kurosawa. Okay, let's do one more. I'm trying to find. I've glanced at a lot of these, so I'm trying to find the one that I didn't play. Let's try this one. I don't think I've played this one before.
My 4 favorite films are Shutter Island, Titanic, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and Cleo from 5 to 7. And I'm looking for more arty foreign films. Thanks.
Okay. Shutter Island, Titanic, I'm seeing a vibe. Scott Pilgrim, Cleo from 5 to 7. I hear you. I see you. I was about to recommend something that do you not delete them after you play them? No, I got a huge collection of numbers and voices in my I should probably delete them. Okay, I haven't even seen this movie, but I'm recommending it because I think I can already tell you're going to like it. La Ventura by, I want to say that's Antonioni. This is a first. I've never recommended a movie that I have not seen. It is Antonioni. But just based on the vibe, I don't know why it came to me. It came to me in a vision. L'Antonioni, La Ventura, sorry. I think it's like a movie about, like I get that because of Cleo from 5 to 7, but there's also a coastline. There's the ocean. And I see Shutter Island and I see Titanic, and that's what I think of. I can't really fit Scott Pilgrim into La Ventura, but give it a watch. And maybe I'll give it a watch too and see if I like it. Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up and check in on the poll. Next week's movie will be... I'm trying to do a drum roll. It's Dog Day Afternoon by a landslide. It swept. It really swept. It's going to be Dog Day Afternoon, the legendary Sidney Lumet movie starring Al Pacino. I'm really excited to talk about this one. I'm really excited to rewatch it because I love this movie. And now that I've read the Sidney Lumet book on making movies, I think it'll be just an even better watch. So lot to unpack with this one. Very excited to get into it. We will be watching Dog Day Afternoon next week. Great movie. Listen, I can't announce merch right now because it's not publicly available yet, but we'll have some new Watch More Movies hoodies coming out soon. I'm wearing one of them right now. It's incredibly cozy. I wore it all stream, and it fits me great. It's very soft. So if you... I did this drop a while ago, and people really seem to like these hoodies. It's embroidered. So if that seems like something you'd be into, that will be on sale soon. We also have Karstcast, sorry. We have Broadcast hats, but I don't have them on me right now. There will be a post about them soon. So we have merch coming soon for all the Broadcast fans, for anybody who wants to get some movie-related merch. Restock on the blanket? Unfortunately, definitely not. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed Dog Day Afternoon. I will see you next week at 1 p.m. Pacific. And I also have a couple videos coming out in the next few days. Be on the lookout for a new video on updated, changed opinions, backed by popular demand. I also have a new What I Watched This Month coming. So, guys, I will see you